Guys, before we begin this podcast, I want to let you know that we will be at the Irvine Improv this Friday at 9:45. Late show. It's after David Spade. Come check us out. It's the Four Horsemen of the Chillpocalypse. We got me, JT, Strider, Joe, Audrey Stewart, and it's going to be an epic show. Super stoked for it. Get your tickets at irvineimprov.com. We are also brought to you by, of course, Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pewed, for looking after our hogs, for making sure that our dongs are looking fresh and clean, because the Olympics, Euros, baseball, major championship, and concerts are all in this summer. You know what isn't? A wild and hairy bush. So tame your pubes with the help from our friends at Manscaped, with the leaders in below-the-waist grooming. Their 4th generation performance package includes the brand new Lawnmower 4.0. If an athlete treats their body like royalty, why not treat your pubes like Olympic gold? Fellas, do right by your balls and join the 2 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped by going to manscaped.com with the code GODEEP20. Get 20% off plus free shipping with the code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com. We're also brought to you by the legends at Rumple. Let's give a big shout out to Rumple. Our new favorite blankets are made to go anywhere you go. Rumple's original puffy blanket is made sustainably with the same quality materials as your favorite puffy jacket. So whether you're hitting the beach or camping in the mountains, Rumple has you covered literally. They've got cool designs and packable products for that on-the-go lifestyle. Get yours at rumple.com and enter code DEEP15 for 15% off your first order. That's rumple.com, RUMPL, with code DEEP15 for 15% off your first order. We're also brought to you by Helix Beer Bongs, the best in the biz, guys. If you're looking to chug well this summer and get some froth down your gullet, check out Helix. The best in the biz, amazing technology.
What's with deep? Going deep. Chad and JT.
Ooh, yeah. Sizzle up the bacon and pour the grease on my ass. What's up, Stokers of Stoke Nation? This is Chad Kroger coming in with the Going Deep with Chad and JT podcast. I'm here with my compadre, Jean Thomas.
Boom clap, Stokers.
And we are here with the legends, the Friday Beers guys, Jack and Max. Welcome. Stoked to have you on.
Undeserved praise.
Tickled to be here, Stokers.
Was that a John Mulaney quote you opened up with?
No, that just came straight from my dome. I've been pretty horny lately, so I think that's why I put the... But I feel like you guys are
You've
kind
been
of...
super horny lately.
Yeah.
There's something in the air because I've been really horny recently.
You've been horny too?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Is it the summer?
I maybe like post-COVID summer, things opening back up, a lot of pent-up libido.
Right.
Just found myself doing things I normally wouldn't do.
Max, I've been kind of doing the same thing. I've been on the dating apps, and I matched with this one girl who's like, in her info is like, I'm in a BDSM group. If you're interested, inquire within. And so I was like inquiring, and and it was like I was kind of suspicious the whole time, and then it turned out I'm pretty sure it was just a guy named KJ. It was just like,
was he cool?
I mean, those situations.
Did you get to KJ at all?
I didn't get to meet KJ.
It turns out I'm getting beers with him this weekend, so
Yeah.
overall it's a win.
He seemed like a dynamic dude.
I think KJ could tell I was a little bit eggy about it, just a little nervous,
A little skittish.
So, yeah. He's like, you're not sexually there yet. I'm like, yeah, okay.
What'd you expect to find if it wasn't BDSM?
I was expecting to find chicks.
I've been getting catfished by a girl for like a year.
Yeah.
And I messaged her like a month ago. I was like, hey, I know you're a catfish, but at this point, like, we're actually friends. I was like, so it's all good. But even at that point, she couldn't admit that she was catfishing me. Yeah.
I remember that.
I told her, I said, send me a photo of you. I was like, hey, like, I'm like way too suspicious. I'm sorry to do this, but could you send me a photo of you doing like a shaka sign?
Yeah.
And she found one of the person she pretends to be.
Wow.
After like 4 hours.
Deep dive.
Yeah.
Or she could be a Photoshop guru.
Oh.
Think about that.
I didn't even think about that.
Adobe is capable of amazing things.
That's true, because the race didn't match the hand and the face.
There you go.
Interesting.
Wow.
Dark skin thumbs. And like,
Yeah, it's like a little blurry. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, huh.
Like she tans uneven. Crazy. Happens to me too. Well, you guys have been out and about a lot too. Like, you guys just went to New York for 4th of July.
Oh yeah.
You were with your buddy DJ Press Play,
Yeah.
doing a rager.
Had a show in Brooklyn.
First time in a nightclub in a long time.
Yeah.
It looked
So
nuts.
They were
It was
swinging
nuts,
from the
dude.
rafters, man.
Was Kenward there?
No, wasn't there.
Yeah, it was just Yumi, our producer, and
Drew, our manager,
and
and Blumberg.
our lawyer showed up.
Yeah.
Really? That's awesome.
Yeah, it was a rocking time, and the show started at 10:30. I was the least valuable player of the entire night. This guy Two Turn Tony came,
Yeah.
and he's a beast.
Yeah. He
God,
looks like a
he's
drinks a
chiseled.
lot.
He's chiseled.
Yeah.
Hilarious guy, drinks a ton, and I sort of made it my thing. I was like, all right, I'm on Tony tonight. I'm gonna go blow for blow.
He's gonna go
Right.
Bruce
Yeah.
Bowen on Ray Allen.
hand up, yeah, locking up Tony.
Nice.
And he's big into beer bongs, so he made his own funnel because he didn't bring one from Michigan or whatever. So like, go into the hardware store, made his own funnel. We get dinner before the show that was starting at 10:30, and at this Italian place, he was getting sangria and beer bonging it, and he was sort of like he was offering it to other people to do. I was like, oh fuck it, like I'm stepping up with Tony and doing the sangria beer bongs.
Yeah.
Thinking I'm a beast. Leave dinner. Blacked out at the show and left at 11:30.
Yeah,
I think you were the MVP. You emptied the tank, dude. You didn't leave anything on the floor.
so we had 2 opening acts before DJ Press Play, and the first guy was like playing for I don't know a handful of people in the crowd, but like Jack was so drunk that he's like in the front like let's go
Supporting the opener.
And like, at that point I was like this guy's a liability.
And our lawyer did come. It was the first time I met my lawyer face to face, and it was just like
He didn't recognize him at first. He's like, Jack, it's Gary. You're like Gary.
Yeah. Dude, we had that same experience. Our lawyer is like the best, but we didn't meet him for like 2
a
years.
year and a half, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ben's a beast.
He's
So
awesome.
you were also blackout drunk when you met him? For the first time?
No, dude, I wish though.
I was super baked when we went to dinner with him for the first time.
It was
I
like a
freaked
holiday
out.
dinner. Yeah.
I turned to Chad. I was like, dude, I'm too stoned. And Chad was like, you're good, dude. And I was like, all right, I'm cool.
Yeah. we met him too, and he's a stud. We were like, damn, Ben. He just comes in. He like had like a vest on. And
Lot
of
he's got a family. and he's
Clear sign of an entertainment lawyer.
Yeah,
It's like
handsome
I'm
dude.
formal, but it's a vest.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was cool.
Yeah.
And then we partied. Me and Strider partied with you guys in Las Vegas. Dude, that was
a
so
blast,
fun, man. That was at
was a blast.
Circa in downtown.
Yeah.
I loved your commentary on
Yeah.
Vegas too, where you were just
the
like,
kind of the thesis you
I
came up with.
embraced the hedonism of Vegas.
Yeah,
The spectacle and the hedonism.
spectacle.
Yeah.
The true beauty.
It's so
of
true, dude.
humanity.
I love. We went back a couple days ago, and I was like, I just get there, and I'm like, I love that nothing is supposed to be here. It's like
it's great.
barren wasteland.
It's spitting
Yeah.
in God's eye.
Yeah, and then we're just like, watch what capitalism will build. Yeah.
We can conquer your earth.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
everything there's just about transaction
Yeah.
and like hedonism, and I'm like, I love it. It's so ugly. It makes me feel good.
And there's a great sort of nihilism to it because it's like everything you do, you could ruin your life in a second, and it's kind of okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go there thinking I could lose my money, I could ruin my relationship, I could lose all friends and family I have.
I love touching that energy. 'Cause-
Yeah, it's if you're close
Yeah.
enough to the danger.
Yeah, my therapist calls it Thantos, like the need to self-destruct.
Wow.
Anyways,
What is it?
Thantos.
Is that related to Thanos?
I think they might have taken
Taken some of
that from the
Yeah.
psychological
Yeah.
idea or whatever. But yeah, Thantos is the need to self-destruct. And he always says that's big in me.
that.
So,
well,
but that's
you
why
belong in
Vegas is
Let's
so
get
nice.
let's get you a little pied-à-terre apartment that you can live in Vegas. From
What is that word?
A pied-à-terre is like a little like hideout apartment that like rich guys have, you know.
I love that word,
yeah,
dude.
Yeah. Dude,
I
you know my favorite part of Vegas was that blackjack table we commandeered, and we're talking
Yes.
to the dealer from Ohio, and we're asking if we'd be the hottest guys in Ohio if we were there, or how physically attractive we'd be considered in
Yeah,
Ohio.
she said we'd be a couple points higher in Ohio, right? Yeah, we were fired up. I think I have that on video. We're like, yes! I remember you like looked at the camera, you're like, we're hot in Ohio. Yeah.
That place in general, I was blown away by because the downtown of Vegas is what you associate with like kind of rundown, like old casinos or whatever. The Circa is like super nice and like built up, and the sports book is insane.
That's crazy.
TVs are fucking huge.
The TV at the pool was like the biggest
It's
I've
the
ever
biggest
seen.
I've ever seen.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
it's the biggest in Vegas.
Yeah.
No, it's a perfect place.
Yeah.
And
It was a
then
good time.
when we were at the blackjack table, we got the one young dude who like knew the rules
Yeah.
like by heart and was
Yeah.
like very frustrated if you deviated from
You gotta
like
play as a team.
what the I know that's
Yeah.
such a fun aspect of
Yeah.
blackjack. But it also there's moments where you want to like do your own thing and you're like, oh,
You want to go rogue and try
wanna
to take
go
the dealer
rogue.
down. Yeah.
yeah.
But there's always strength in numbers in blackjack.
And when you got to squad together, you feel like it's you against
Yeah,
them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so satisfying when you all play the right strategy and then the dealer busts and you look at each other like, we did it, boys.
We did it. We held the line.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like in Gladiator. Yeah, in Gladiator was like, we have a better chance of surviving if we stick together. And then they go out there and they do like the phalanx. They're knocking over chariots.
Yes.
That was us at the blackjack
That was us
table.
playing $5 a hand blackjack.
That was fun. Dude, I stayed an extra day too.
I was
like,
blown away by the fact that you guys went hard another day.
I was
Did
like,
you
I
guys go
can't
back
leave.
the next day?
I left at like 11 o'clock the next
I was
morning.
tempted
Yeah.
to stay.
Dude, you should have,
I
man.
know.
It was fun.
Alex
dude.
Flagg texted me like first thing in the morning. She's like, I need JT's number. I want to hang out with him today. I was like,
She was the best. Dude. We had
You
such a good
are-
time.
You
Yeah.
are I could not recommend a better move than that, but you're in their hands.
No, we worked as a team too. Yeah, we were a good unit. We had a good time. We were at Excess till like 3 or 4 in the morning.
On Saturday?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll probably cut this. It was funny too. She had some friends with her, you know?
Yeah.
And I had like a hookup to get us into Excess. And then the girls were like, so how are we going to get in Excess? I'm like, all right, it's going to be like $50 a head, which I thought was like such a deal to get in because the
Yeah.
nightclub had like a 3-hour line.
Yeah.
And all the girls were like, what?
I've never been told that.
They were like,
Yeah.
no, we don't pay. I
Right.
was like, no, that's like the only way we get to the front. Yeah.
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 But
Oh.
it's a different nightclubs are like so interesting that way where it's like the true one like example of when men are second class citizens.
Oh, yeah.
Like you go to a nightclub and they're just like, I've literally gone to clubs in LA, like, especially when I first moved here. The bouncer just looked at me and goes, not your night, dude. They just told me to go home.
Yeah, we were at Excess the night before. Was Dylan Francis playing?
I think so.
Yeah.
It was David Guetta on.
For some
yeah.
reason, I got like really upset with the songs Dylan Francis was playing.
Why?
I just like the vibe wasn't right. And I was like, dude, like you're a professional DJ. You got to read the room. Like,
Right.
Right.
the energy's not high enough.
That's your whole job is to read
And,
the
like,
room.
Low
I
BPMs.
was so drunk. I like made my way to like behind the
Oh, God.
DJ booth, and I was like trying to get like I was like trying to get onto the stage.
Well, you had just been on stage with DJ Press Play too, so your muscle memory was probably telling you this is normal.
Yeah, it was just
Right.
instinct. And then I think I DM'd him.
Talking shit.
Did you
But
really?
then I unsent the DM.
That's smart.
From Friday
Would you say
Beers?
that-
Or
Oh, God.
Well, we
Oh,
actually
from Friday Beers?
Funny even
Wow.
he actually sent us a photo of it, and we have it here. Dylan, you pussy ass bitch. These songs are whack, and you're whack,
Yeah.
dude. Damn. Dude.
I don't think it was mean. I think it was like encouraging.
It was
Like,
constructive.
like, yo, bro, like I think there's some like better options.
Dude, stay on it. Yeah, keep working hard, man. You're gonna find your voice. Yeah.
Guys worth like $50 million in DJing.
Yeah, less comedy videos and more focus more on your set.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, what are you? You're kind of blurring
Yeah.
the lines.
A lot of these DJs are doing that, right?
Yeah,
Like Diplo.
the whole. I mean, like Steve Aoki. It's so much more performative than like actually being like a sick DJ.
Right.
No one's like scratching or like doing like any of the.
Scratching.
Yeah.
The 70s?
Yeah, it's like
Well,
I don't
yeah.
know
Who
what
was
the
like
term is?
who was
but-
Rakim's DJ? Man, we just look so white on 10 seconds of video.
There's a documentary called "What We Started."
I'm gonna edit
It's
that
about
out.
like the evolution
Eric
of
B, I
electronic
think.
music.
Eric B.
yeah.
And it's just basically talking about how a lot of these guys just get up there and, you know, like how is Steve Aoki making these transitions when he's on stage throwing a cake at someone?
Mhm.
It's like the art of it is lost, but it's never been bigger.
Yeah.
So
I was inspired by that. I kind of wanted to start doing that at our comedy shows.
DJing.
Cake people.
cake people, yeah.
Oh,
just
yeah.
Find someone
Maybe
with
like
a cake in
cup,
their face.
cupcake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, is there another form of dessert or food in general that maybe you could use?
Yeah, I think
Flan.
we're pretty health conscious.
Spaghetti Alfredo.
Yeah, just,
Right.
just toss out keto brownies. Just frisbee them out.
Well, DJ Press plays signature move, which hasn't caught on yet, but it will, is the pinky raise.
Mhm.
And this is a signal for everyone in the crowd to do a pinky dip into their Molly.
Have you guys had any bad experiences with drug dealers?
Mm.
Um,
You know what
Nice.
my worst drug dealing experience was? It wasn't drugs, but it was on the beach. I was in Brazil. I went to the World Cup for 2014 in Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
We hang on the beach, and then they have beach vendors who sell like pastries that look pretty good.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh dang, I gotta have these pastries. And I ate ate this like gross, lukewarm Brazilian pastry.
Yeah.
On the beach, I was like, dude, that's cat. It's like that's gato meat in there.
Oh,
What?
That is like the most disgusting thing I ever ate. And
Oh my
It
God.
ruined my entire like rest of the trip. I was just thinking about the gato.
Was it
pastry.
bad?
What was it? What,
And
It
then
was
Ryan
like
Lochte getting
like
busted.
congealing meat of
Oh
this
my
thing,
God.
like baking in the hot Brazilian sun. And I was in the toilet the rest of the fucking night, and the next
Yeah.
morning just throwing up the thing. That was my worst drug dealing experience.
oh my god.
Was Zika floating around back then?
that was pre the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Was it
the Zika break?
I heard Brazil's incredible. Was it fun?
it was really sick.
What matches did you go to?
I only went to one.
Which one?
I went to Belgium versus Venezuela, I want to say. Or
Interesting.
Costa Rica. Yeah, it was one of the Latin America.
Yeah, I don't think Venezuela was in there.
I remember. I only remember Belgium because they had Hazard and Fellini with the.
Was De Bruyne on that team too?
He must have been, yeah.
They got to.
We sat next to Roddy White and Julio Jones.
Dude,
It was
Nice.
awesome.
Roddy White, dude.
Yes.
He was a beast, man.
Yeah, he was. They were both beasts and they were hilarious. Yeah, I was more
great
there
guys.
to go to like the bars.
Wasn't
and
Roddy White like hitting on you, or Julio Jones was?
It could have been construed as that. Yeah,
Yeah.
he like gave me his cell phone number.
Oh, he's throwing you rhythm?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I heard a lot of
Nice.
NFL guys are on the
Yeah.
down low. My
Yeah.
buddy
I don't know.
Ross played ball at SC, and I went, "How many dudes are on roids?" He's like, "More dudes are on the down low than are on roids."
I
Wow.
believe
Yeah.
that for sure. Statistically speaking, like
Yeah,
you got what 50 guys on a roster.
Mhm.
So like 8 of them.
Yeah,
that dude just came out. That was
Yeah.
that was a good post.
Yeah.
yeah,
The NFL is gay now.
yeah. It's good. It's always been gay. That's the thing. These dudes were always fucking each other. Dude, high school football, I barely played. I played one season. Dude, we were all over each other. Like during two-a-days, guys would be humping each other.
yeah.
It's like
What's gay about like 12 guys showering with
that's
each
the thing.
other?
It's macho gay. It's like Spartan gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Not to create a hierarchy
Are
of
there
gay,
some
but it's all the same gay
homoerotic
to me.
vibes going on in here?
Dude, that was like at boarding school. That was the
Yeah.
vibe. It's like because we have like this East Coast connection. You guys are from
Yeah.
Fairfield County. And I went
Yeah.
to Hotchkiss up
Yeah.
north.
Shout out
And
Jack Ottman.
Yeah, Jack Ottman, TJ Cholnoki,
Cholnoki.
Teddy McKenzie.
Chill Noakes, dude.
Yeah,
I
we
don't know
gotta-
you, but your name is
yeah, we-
ridiculous.
We
Best
gotta
names.
give a shout to Cholnoki. So I came from California and I was like enamored with the East Coast culture. You know, I started buying Lacoste shirts and seersucker shorts.
Same way
And-
we were buying Quicksilver and
Right, right, yeah. So I get out there, and I was actually obsessed with sort of like the Greenwich Bro, which is
We're from Greenwich.
Yeah, that's what you
Yeah.
guys are. And I was like really excited to meet like a Greenwich Bro, just because it was like so foreign to me. And first guy I meet, TJ Cholnoki, with
perfect Greenwich Bro to be.
perfect Greenwich Bro
The
with the
Lechuga
perfect flow.
formed from the backwards hat and the wings coming out.
The most majestic flow I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And but yeah, at boarding school, the showers that was sort of like the if you went in the stall.
That's
that
the worst.
was
Let's call it Shy Guy shower.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
never
yeah.
go on the Shy Guy showers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It shows shame, shows
Yeah.
weakness.
Yeah.
Dude, so we had a similar fascination, or at least I did, with the West Coast growing
Mm-hmm.
up. On the East Coast, huge Laguna Beach fan, like Steven, Talon, dude.
We went to Laguna Beach on a family vacation.
Did you?
and
No,
went by the high school.
We went to
Took a
Really?
picture
we went to
there.
Newport.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
For our family vacation, and I was like, I gotta go check out Laguna Beach High School. I
Yeah.
gotta walk the same hallways of these legends.
Dude, they were amazing personalities, dude.
Yeah.
Jay Wall,
Jason, yeah, it was a
Jason
Jason.
Walnut.
Yeah, I mean, I just remember that Jason Talon,
was a pitcher, right?
Steven.
Yeah.
Dude, I heard Talon could hit in football. I heard he was
Oh,
a
really?
strong
Big
football
hitter?
player.
They have
Yeah,
a pretty sick field.
Ball hawk, strong safety.
yeah, exactly. Kind of
Don't
a
come over the middle, dude.
little
Yeah.
Adam Archuleta type.
Yeah.
Talon actually commented on a video we posted. We did like a remake of the Laguna Beach opening credits.
Oh,
with like
yeah.
all like the Friday Beers characters.
Uh-huh.
I think we like called like Talon like chill guy or something. And he was like, dude, like it's hilarious. Like, can I repost? Like, of course, Talon.
That's
do whatever you
awesome.
want.
Dude, when he had the date with Kristen Cavalieri in season 2 and he made her an Italian dinner,
Mhm,
I was
yeah.
like, the skill set on this guy.
Right.
He had
At
the- he had the
16.
garage door
16.
opening.
At 16, he's
also,
making
dude,
moves like that.
rewatching Laguna Beach, Kristen at 17 or 18 is like the most intimidating girl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, she was a bitch.
She sees the
Yeah.
Matrix.
Yeah.
I mean, she's like in full command of like.
I would crumble. around an 18-year-old.
She's still doing it.
Yeah.
She's a world beater, that lady. Bobby.
Yeah,
A
Justin
dream,
Bobby,
yeah.
dude, that guy.
Yeah.
Justin Bobby was
The Hills was a major
incredible,
thing.
dude.
You know, I went to boarding
of
school,
nature.
so we weren't allowed to watch TV. That's why I missed out on the
Oh,
Hills.
shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Actually, our mom kind of regulated us watching TV like that too for a while.
Yeah, we couldn't watch PG-13 until we were like 17.
Didn't have an Xbox
Really?
until I was like 15.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what were you guys doing all the time?
Just like play wiffle ball, like make up games to like we had like a little sort of room outside of our bedroom.
Wall ball.
We just played a shitload of wall ball.
Dude, when you
Nice.
invent
Yeah.
games with your
I
friends
invented
too.
a ton of games, dude.
Yeah,
we had one game where we just played tag around the house and just like peg each other with a ball.
Called,
perfect game.
called
Yeah,
Billy Bong.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
And until
Come
one-
up with your own rules. They're constantly
Yeah.
evolving.
the game got canceled. We hit one of our buddies and like fell down our stairs
Yeah.
and like almost died.
Just all out.
No.
You actually,
Dude, when someone gets hurt at a hang, you're like, no, dude, please be okay. Please be okay. Dude, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay, dude. Dude, you're okay. You're okay. He's like, arms like completely gone.
Jack's buddy dislocated his knee
Twice.
playing wiffle ball.
Yeah.
And it was just like the most horrifying.
Horrific.
thing.
Oh.
Yeah.
We had these
Oh, dude.
bases. Shout out my boy Naj, one of my best friends since third grade, and there was a slow ground ball to him. He was like kind of near third base, and to get a double play in wiffle, you have to get the force and then you throw it to the pitcher. He steps on this third base, is rubber third base on little wet grass, slides out, knee just twisted.
Oh.
Just like literally like the other way. Ambulance to the house. It was
When you got to return a kid to the parents, fucked up too. You're like, hey, your kid came over for a night. Here's him back with a dislocated elbow.
Yeah.
The mom's like, what is going on over there?
What do your parents think about this new career, Friday Beers?
Our dad is super supportive. Yeah.
What's he do?
he's an executive recruiter.
Oh wow.
Oh,
That
nice.
means he finds people to become like chief investment officers of endowments
Wow.
and like other big financial institutions.
That's cool.
So if like Stanford needs somebody to manage the like $20 billion they have, they hire my dad to like find that person.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
He's a headhunter.
Did you guys think you were
Yeah.
going to get into were you guys thinking
Yeah,
finance for
basically
a
until
while?
6 months ago.
Yeah.
Were you guys working in finance?
No, I worked at Deutsche Bank for the
Okay.
first
Oh,
2
nice.
years out of college. Yeah, it's nice. First 2 years out of college.
That's a huge one. That's one of the biggest
It
banks in the world,
was
right?
a really big. I was in an investment banking program for 2 years.
How was
and
that?
It was a different style of life.
Yeah.
It's brutal, man.
It was
lot of
really
people
good.
burn out, right?
It's like a pledge.
Yeah, it's like
kinda,
pledging
right?
a company,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you're expected to work. You're expected to work like 80 hours, 90 hours, 100 hours. People would brag like, "Yeah, I worked 100 hours last week."
My brother did that.
It's fucking tough, and
Yeah.
you're expected to do it for a couple years, and then your life gets a little less shitty and a little less shitty. You make more money. You make more money.
Were you good at
Yeah.
it?
I wasn't very good. No.
You could tell other guys it was like more like their heart.
Somebody like just got there. Like
Dude,
people
what-
got their rocks off doing it.
Yeah.
Yep. My best friend and roommate at Georgetown was like top of the class finance dude. The only reason I really got through school was because I was his roommate, and I would just use his case studies and barely graduated. But when he first started working in investment banking, he worked so hard that he like had to get hospitalized twice for dehydration because he
Wow.
would just stay at his desk for so long without water. I'm
Yeah.
like, dog, at a
Badge
certain
of
point,
honor.
like drink something. Like,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
like, why are you still in this business?
Yeah.
Was it? But was he
'Cause I
proud
wanna
of
make
himself for
bank,
doing that?
bro.
Like, would he say it with
I think you
pride?
gotta wear it as a badge of honor. Yeah.
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 Like that sounds.
People
shit.
would always like come up. People like always come up to your desk when you're working in investment banking, and they go, "What are you jamming on?"
Like,
it's
what project
What are you
you
working
on?
on? What are you jamming on?
Yeah.
Because if they're busier than you are, it's like not good. Like you always want to be like the most busy,
Right.
and then you talk about like how many. It's all about how many deals you're working on.
Yeah.
It's like there's deal and then there's live deal. A
Yeah.
live deal is like one that's like actually going to transact and close.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And people be like, "Yeah, I'm on 3 live deals right now." Fucking slept at the office last night.
Would you slip into that, or were you kind of like, this is?
I'm sure I said my fair share of like toolish things, but like I was always also like pretty meta about it because I hated it so much.
Yeah.
And I was also an English major, so I was sort of like, well, I'll try this and like maybe I could make a lot of money and I'm good.
Yeah.
But I always like wanted to do other stuff. Like I wanted to like work in entertainment media in some form. So I was like kind of always like watching TV shows on my desk and all shit like that.
Right.
And then basically I spent the last year I was there like figuring out how I was going to leave and go to another company that was more in a space that I was interested in.
Right. Well, they, and they've made some changes to.
They've had to institute like health regulations for these kids.
And they're
because like
people
kids
are
like your
dying on the
friends,
job.
like
and they're paying entry level employees now more, right?
Yeah, we didn't. This is a lot of money, obviously, but like when I was started in investment banking, like the base salary was $70,000 a year for a first year analyst.
Yeah. In New York,
it's not that much in New York.
Yeah.
And like if you extrapolate like the hourly rate of like working 80 hours a week on that, it's like pretty shit per hour.
Yeah.
And it's really, and they always hold this like pot of gold that they like, yo, bonus in the summer.
Oh yeah, I've heard my friends talking about
Yeah,
that.
I got my first bonus. I was like, what the fuck is this?
This is very underwhelming.
I had taken out a Capital One like no interest credit card for the last like 4 months because like bonus,
Yeah.
loading that sucker up.
Yeah.
And I got the bonus check and it immediately gets cut in half.
Yeah.
Because of taxes. And I'm just like, thank God I didn't take out 2 Capital One no interest credit cards. Like I would still be in debt.
$16.80 an hour.
Right? That's shit. Yeah.
Dude, the taxes, when you first get hit with taxes for the first time, like real taxes, because we're like comics, you know, so you basically get paid by the government for the first, you know, until you actually live.
Yeah.
When you first get hit with it, you're like, you first get hit with it, you're like, holy shit, that's how much you guys take.
You're like, maybe I shouldn't support Bernie Sanders.
Well, that's what. You did freak out about that.
I freaked out. I was like, this is bullshit.
He sent me Biden's tax plan. He's like, have you seen this?
Yeah. I was pissed.
Yeah.
50%.
But also, this tax plan has just come to my attention.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
I was always impressed whenever we go to New York is the energy people seem to have, because I don't know if it's like LA, more health conscious, but you know, weekdays I feel like people are going out every night and then they're just working full days.
New York energy is totally different.
Nothing like it.
You get you touch down on like a Tuesday morning, you're like, let's fucking go.
If I was you,
Some guy's like, walk faster on the sidewalk, asshole.
It's the tall build. It's the skyscrapers. It's like
there's like 30 different languages going on too.
You know,
like languages
buses
you
and
can't
subways, and it's like so much chaos.
It applies.
It's
to,
bustling.
Yeah,
it applies to like the pace of the social life for sure.
Yeah,
because you know people will go out on every weekday, and they'll get up in the morning and they'll do work or class, and they'll get on the subway and they'll go to work.
Yeah,
and then it applies to the pace of like work too, because we just had this conversation. He's from New York.
Yeah,
he's like, dude, like what's with like the pace of work in LA? He's like, people say like, all right, well, let's touch back on this in 3 weeks.
Right.
You know, like after I go like surfing or whatever. And it's like, he's like, dude, I want to like make my show tomorrow or something. And it's like, and it's like, it's just like a different style of working, I guess, where in New York, people expect things immediately after they ask them to get done. And I think people here just have like, I think like a healthier sense of like balancing health and work and other things.
It can get frustrating though. Like people are like, they're like, hey, we're gonna wait like 3 weeks to circle back on this, and you're like, I literally think we could talk for 2 minutes tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like you could just send me a text message saying okay, and I think we'd be ready to
or
move on.
I pass.
Like, I'm like literally, it's like 2 words in one direction or the other, and I think this thing could get done. But then you don't want to seem like needy or like intense.
You don't want to. You never want to seem too eager. I've learned.
Right.
So I don't really care if this project happens.
Yeah, they're like, hey, we'll call you back in 3 weeks about your dream. You're like, hey, take your time. Man.
Make it 4. I care.
Like, dude, I just don't give a fuck, dude. But then I care a ton. Yeah, it's such a balancing act.
It's crazy.
It really is hard to find that balance between that, like, especially in like LA, New York, that ambition, and then you know just waiting for other people. You're just like, I struggle with that a lot because I get very impatient.
Yeah,
but it's like not showing that neediness, or you just gotta do some sprints or something.
Yeah, you have to be like okay in the waiting time.
Yeah.
But then the waiting, like you have a lot on your mind, and then you don't want to like think you're thinking about it.
Your mind
like,
just goes crazy.
Yeah, you're like, no, it's not because of that. It's because of this other stuff. It's like,
not to jump ahead, but quote of the week: control what you can.
Right.
There it is, dude.
Yeah.
Control it. Because I feel I'm the same way. Like, constantly want shit to get done.
Yeah.
And if I'm relying on other people, it just doesn't move at the pace I want it to.
Yeah.
So then I just do things that, okay, then let me push this forward instead. Like,
Yeah.
But with
like
control what you
controllables.
can, do you ever think like you're like, but I think I could control more? Like people are like you're thinking about climate change. Like, there's
Right.
probably nothing I could do, and it's like, well, maybe if I really worked hard at it,
become
like,
an invasive investor. Start taking,
yeah,
taking over
exactly.
companies.
Just take over the world
I'd
and
like to buy
fix
1%
it.
of your company with
Don't
this
underestimate what you.
$1,500
Yeah, my
sack I
quote is
have.
don't underestimate what you can control. Yeah, like,
That's a good
yeah,
point.
You can hit your hands at the levers of everything, dude. If you want it.
That's why I went to stand up instead of improv, because I was doing improv classes, and you have to schedule meeting or practices with
So
people.
many other people.
And I'm like, no one, it's like they're like, yeah, we could do it next week, and I was like, fuck this, go to stand up where it's like all in my control, and I'm
Yeah.
like, you can do mics as much as you want.
Right.
Did you guys do all that shit?
No, we're not really great performers, I would say.
That's why we started doing sketch comedy.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I was working an advertising job and moves at a snail's pace, and like I was just so like bored, and I wanted to do other like comedy writing. We're not good at stand up. We can't really do improv, but I've
I'm sure
always
you'd both
loved,
be good at it.
loved
Yeah.
sketch comedy.
Yeah. It's just a matter of
So
like,
I remember, like,
if it does it for you.
I left work one day and I drove by one of the Fry's electronic stores, and I just like picked up a camera and I got back home. I was like, told my roommate, I was like, dude, let's just start making sketch comedy.
Yeah.
Did that for 2 years. Got really a lot better at editing, comedy writing, and then that parlayed that into kind of the skill set we use for Friday Beers.
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you guys discover that style? The sort of Friday Beers, sort of the style of your videos now, like how
Of
most-
editing?
Like live
or
action.
editing, or just the concept in general.
pulling footage from other
Yeah.
stuff and then appropriating it.
Dude,
for, like,
it's
during
funny.
game.
Like, it was a skill set that I developed, not knowing I was developing it. Like starting back in like
Ad school, I'd say.
So
Yeah.
after Georgetown, I went to Atlanta and went to an ad school called the Creative Circus. And there, it's like you're very much on your own. You're making creative projects, and I just like would edit tons of like sizzle reels and like. I would edit tons of fake ads, and to make a fake ad, I'm not shooting anything, so I'd have to pull clips that made sense.
Wow.
To put together.
It's
these
such a
ads.
one-to-one kind of
Yeah.
inspiration. That's interesting.
So like,
Yeah.
and then I kept kind of doing that, just making like, just in my free time, like shitty little sizzles and fake ads and fake trailers, and then
Was it also around that time, like the social media platforms, like Snapchat or whatever, had started introducing like the auto pin things?
yeah,
Like you just put a
tracking.
text on like a thing and it automatically do it for a short clip for you.
Right.
And so then it just became like another level. It's like, all right, this is kind of cool, but like,
The technology got to where it was kind of.
well, we never
too
used
easy.
it.
Innovation
Yeah, you
sites.
just used it in an editing program.
Right.
And we had obviously been writing sketch comedy, and we wrote like scripts and tried to show them to producers and stuff like that. And we were like, our old sketch comedy group was called 20 something comedy. And we had, we thought the jokes were funny and the characters were funny.
Yeah.
So after like the format was starting to get people's eyes on it, we're like, let's just start to like put the characters and the jokes like inside of this world. So we were making sketch comedy, but with like other people's footage.
Yeah.
Right.
And then people were like, oh, this is like a story. This is a character that we like
Yeah.
recognize a name for. And that became like the Friday Beers universe of characters or whatever.
Yeah. It's so creative, and it feels like it just keeps building. And on top of that, your output is incredible. Like I feel like you guys are doing like a video a day, right?
It's funny.
Essentially?
Like in the beginning, people were like, "Dude, like you got like a team of 10 guys over there."
It's
Yeah.
just Max.
Yeah.
Well, I was doing the editing. Jack and Sam, our other brother, were doing like pulling the clips and writing the jokes. But yeah, it was like it was just like a little.
I love that it's
Now we have
gig.
people who help.
Right.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And how's that?
That's another learning experience too, because it's like
Yeah.
I don't think we didn't really set out to like run a company,
Right.
and
Yeah, you guys have like infrastructure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
we have like
Yeah.
8 people who work for us.
Yeah, like
Very
when
professional.
when I got out to Vegas and I saw your guys' entire operation, I was like, well, I'm way out of my depth. I was like, we don't do that.
We're also out of our depth, by the way. Yeah, we have like an HR software.
Wow.
No, but it seems to run pretty
No, it
seamlessly
does.
though.
And that's because we've brought in some people who are like, really additive and professional.
Yeah, your whole
But
team's
stuff.
awesome.
They're good.
Everyone's a good hang.
It's good.
Yeah,
And that's the number one
and they're
rule.
all very dedicated to what they're doing. Yeah, that's the sense I get at least.
Well, we're really tyrannical, like when we're not around you.
Oh, really?
They're scared to death.
Dude, I
and
love
they,
that.
Yeah, they know that if they
We
fuck
have one of those
up,
old
like,
school
Yeah.
punch in, punch out tickets.
You know what's
we also
funny
have
too?
like a cattle prod that,
I know that's
investment banker mentality.
I know that's probably not true, but you know what's funny is like every comedian who like projects a very nice guy energy, every time I hear about one of those persons behind the scenes, everyone's like, monster.
Yeah,
yeah. They're like, you know that guy who goes on stage and is just the sweetest, cuddliest bear in the world? They're like, on set, he is a monster, dude.
Where's my fucking Evian?
Yeah. I don't know what it is too, but it seems to be more the nice people who have that.
I think if you'd asked, anyone who works with us, we're very good and fair bosses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and generally super easygoing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I get walked all over. I'm working way harder than
Is it
everyone.
hard? Is it hard for you to crack the? Are you allowed to say crack the whip? Is that okay? Probably.
It
not.
is. Oh, dude.
Yeah.
So this is something about the Barretts. So like the Barrett family has.
It definitely comes from our dad. and our
Yeah, it comes from our dad.
grandpa.
Like we get walked over by everyone. Like we will inconvenience ourselves
Right.
as much as possible in order not to like upset or offend anyone. Like if we're at a restaurant and like the waiter is like fucking up, we'll be like, it's so apologetic. It's okay. Like
brings you the wrong meal.
Yeah.
So I'll just eat this.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
like, and so that kind of translates into work where like it's hard to give critical feedback.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Yeah, because you don't want to hurt somebody, and then you can convince yourself too
I'll just
that
do
if
it. I'll
I'm
just do it.
nice,
I'll
they'll
just
figure it out.
redo it.
Yeah,
I'll just
yeah.
redo it.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to seem like spoiled or entitled.
Yeah,
or
but
something.
it's funny
Yeah.
because I spent 4 years in advertising, and you hear these horror stories of like creative directors just being absolute dicks,
Right.
being like walking into a room like full of work, just ripping it down, being like, "This sucks, fuck this,
Yeah.
like, stay all night," which like would be sick to do once or twice.
Yeah,
Like,
I always had a feeling that it was a power move for creative people to do that. Like I worked for 6 years before Fried Beers. I worked at a production company, and there's like I saw the people who were like commanded the most respect and power. It was almost like if they had a temper tantrum in front of a room, they would take back all the control, and people would do what they said to get it right.
Interesting.
It's like the more like sort of emotion and just like anger and rawness that they'd show would be like, this guy must sort of know what he's talking about.
And I think it's instinctive for people to want to appease that person because you don't
people
want
wanna
someone to be
please.
upset.
Yeah.
If someone's upset, you're like, all right, let's make this person
Yeah.
less
But-
upset. But that's a weird way to usurp control.
for me personally, I never responded to that type of
No, I always got pissed
So,
at
like,
people.
I modeled my behavior, my creative leadership off of the guys who who would encourage me and excite me and be like,
Right.
find ways to tell me this is bad, while also being like, but here's how to make it better.
Yeah.
Not just like, fuck you.
One,
you
and like
suck.
look at movies, like look at the heroes in movies. Like, you know, Maximus and William Wallace aren't like, no one's listening to me. No one is listening to me. What is going on?
Yeah.
I'm trying to lead an army, people. They're like, William, you're taking on too much. You can't lead the cavalry. He's like, these are my men,
Right.
and I will die at the front. And you're like, yeah, that's a badass.
You have a
dude.
martyr, and a martyr's not the right word, but like you're willing to like sacrifice yourself, sort of.
Yeah, and you gotta project like you're a good person. Yeah. Or why else would people want to back you up? I guess.
I firmly believe that.
I do, although I do have a little bit of Adam Sandler and Punch Drunk Love in me. You
Oh,
know,
nice.
You know that
Well, that's such a great movie.
movie,
Yeah.
where he just like, mild mannered guy, and then he'll just like punch through a window.
Snap.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, dude, it's funny. This is like really personal, but like, there's no one I hate disagreeing with more than Chad. Like when we have a disagreement, it can be so
It's very
minor,
uncomfortable.
but it's like both of us are just like, we like, I can just tell it, right?
Yeah.
Like there was a part of like our new bit where like one of us was gonna pop up his sunglasses.
Yeah.
So minor. And we right before we did the bit, we started arguing about who was gonna do the sunglass bit. And
Well,
then
I brought my sunglasses because I'm like, we're coming from the pool, and I just assume I would just walk up
Yeah.
and just flip them up. But then you wanted to do like a specific joke.
I had like a bit where I was like, oh, I'm going to buy some sunglasses, and then I'll forget to take them off or something. And then beforehand. And then I saw before the speech that Chad had his sunglasses. I was like, are you going to do the same bit? And then we were like, then he was like, I was already going to do the bit. I was like, no, it's my bit.
I wasn't gonna.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, I wasn't gonna do the bit. I was gonna wear sunglasses because we came from the pool.
And then we both got into it for like 10 seconds, and we both sat there uncomfortable. And then I went, you just do it. And then he went, no, you're fucking doing it, dude. And then But it was funny. It was like it's hard to disagree with people. Some people.
We
Some
were
people.
talking
It's
about
more
this
easy.
other
Yeah.
day when we
We,
had
we
disagreements.
could barely get through a
An ad
podcast
read.
ad read.
Yeah.
So I was like, dude, I don't think you should be saying it like sarcastically. I think like the
And I just-
advertiser might take offense to that. Like we should be more sincere with this pod read.
And I was
Jack
like-
was like, just clearly didn't say anything. Was like clearly pissed off. And like after we did it, he's like, can we talk on the porch?
Wait, is this real?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Freshly ad.
Well, you guys are
Oh, dude.
brothers too, dude.
Yeah.
So
That's,
it's like,
that's hard copy. Yeah.
dude, when we have a disagreement about like one word,
Yeah.
like we'll agree on 90% of it, and then like the one line we disagree about, it looks like both of us are dying from stomach cancer. Like we both just go, no. I'm like, please don't do that. And then Chad's like, I want to do it. And I'm like, please. And then we're both just sitting there silent. I'm almost like, dude, I would just agree just so we could get back to vibing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I need to like I need to like feel comfortable, and like I always need to talk through things. I tend to be really hypersensitive.
Me
so-
too. I love talking
Yeah,
through things.
I be hypersensitive. It's hard for me to let things go. So that's my cross to bear.
Yeah. I'd say I'm very bad at talking about things,
Right.
but I'm good at letting things go.
Do you go to therapy?
You are really good at letting
I'm
things
good
go.
at letting things
yeah.
go, so I don't hold grudges.
Right.
But I also don't, there'll be times where I'll be like, man, I should have said something. But then I'll be like, oh, it's all good.
It's a good learning experience
Yeah.
for me because I'm so used to talking through things that like I
Yeah.
have to sit there and like I'll want to talk to him about whatever happened so bad, and then I have to
too.
go, and then I'm like, no, he just needs time, and then everything will reset.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm like, no, we got to talk about it.
Oh,
and then it's
dude,
like,
that
but
is-
we don't actually.
I
Have
used
to, yeah.
to internalize so much shit, and it was like super destructive. And then basically, like my parents like made me go to therapy when they're getting divorced, so I learned how
Smart.
to like
Yeah.
communicate my feelings and talk about what's going on in my head, and like it provides so much clarity.
Right.
It's like cliche to say, but like therapy and like talking out your issues is like so powerful, and like
It helps.
It's so
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
therapeutic.
Yeah, well,
Therapy
after
tends to be
the
therapy.
sunglass thing, I
Yeah.
journaled about it on the plane, and I got it out.
When you were 2 rows in front of me.
Yeah, I was
So
I was journaling. I was like, it's just, it's like, we have the best job in the world. This doesn't matter at all.
Oh, dude, your journals are so much nicer than mine.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a
Is
very
this something
sweet
you guys
journal.
have both started to do recently, or been doing for a while? Journaling.
I've been doing. Well, I started free writing in the mornings when I started doing stand up,
Nice.
and then it just kind of evolved into journaling. So it's not. Yeah, it's more kind of like it's like free writing just to get thoughts out for like see if there's any bits and then I'll just if I'm like stressed or something I'll write about that and
Nice.
then and what else do I?
Your dream journal.
I'll be like yeah. Oh,
You know, if you keep a dream journal, it helps you get better at lucid dreaming.
I did that for a while.
interesting.
But my dreams
You know-
were so twisted.
Yeah.
You have nightmares and stuff?
Yeah, and
Me too, I have
have
constant
lucid
nightmares.
dreams. Lucid dreams. So I was writing whatever happened that I could remember
if-
when I woke up.
I started
Yeah.
keeping a dream journal, and my dreams were so fucked up. I was like, I'm not doing this anymore.
It's like
Right.
What's going on?
creedthoughts.blogspot.com.
strange shit, bro.
Yeah, my dreams are
Wow.
strange too. A lot of mine are like built around like these are the ones I'm comfortable sharing. Are the ones where I'm like a coward. Like it's me and my brother getting mugged, and I run away, and he gets shot in the head.
Oh, man.
And then I wake up, and I'm just like, oh, I don't love my brother. Like I just like feel like intense shame. Yeah.
Recurring dream. I'm trying to think of I have a recurring dream where like I haven't prepared for like a test or like a.
I have that all the time. I haven't graduated high school yet, and
Yeah.
I'm like 33, and I have to like repeat.
I haven't
something.
graduated
I have those
college.
all the
to
time.
all of the folks, I'm sure you got a lot of listeners who are still in college, still in high school. Like that truly is the most stressful time in your life.
Yeah.
Like everyone's
Yes.
just like, oh man, I would kill to be back in college, fucking ripping it up.
Right.
But it's like, dude, I don't want to fucking study for anything anymore.
Right.
I don't want to have homework to do.
Yeah.
I want to unplug at night. Like I don't want any of that. Like,
And you
yeah.
have no control.
Yeah.
Like you can't
Yeah.
pick what classes you
No.
take. You can't pick like you can't be like, this situation sucks, I'm gonna leave. Like you can't leave high school.
You're
can't,
stuck in the track.
I don't know, man. Like now that you've been through it, you could plan out your schedule. To
You
such a
wouldn't
better
have the
way.
luxury of been through it and going back.
If I went back to high school, I would suck at it again. Yeah. Like it just was not.
I think I'm dominant.
Dude, that's awesome though, bro.
You're
Like
you heard of-
physically?
you heard of Friday beer?
You'd be on the wrestling
Mentally.
team just mangling 15-year-olds.
Psychologically.
Dude, I think about high school because I went to a boarding school and I think about it. I'm like, that was fucking insane.
It is.
It was like
That's a different experience.
college with a lot of rules.
Yeah.
No TV, no cell phone, and yeah, it was,
I think
No cell
the
phone.
pent up, whatever you want to call it, like urge to do bad shit was way worse in boarding school than it is when you go to high school in your hometown. We went to high school locally,
Right.
Like because
Same,
you live in
yeah.
like a puritanical
dude. Yeah,
existence. You're like, let me fucking sneak off and bang something in like broom closet or something.
And you're not at your home. Like you're
No,
all visitors to
foreign
like this
land,
foreign
yeah.
place, and everyone's from a different
Especially
place.
you going across the country and everybody's coming from like probably
That's a
an
crazy
hour drive
migration.
away.
yeah, it manifested in weird ways. My
Yeah.
junior year, like, cause there's no chance policy. That's what they called it, where you couldn't drink or you'd be kicked out.
Yeah.
So, you know, we would just it'd be like me and my boys in the shower, just naked, drinking Faderades, you know?
Yeah.
When you guys did like way more drugs than like me and my homies did.
We,
I think.
yeah. We were introduced to drugs and then it just skyrocketed. To,
Yeah, I think that stuff's accelerated at boarding school.
Yeah.
Oh, dude,
like
100%.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we tried to get high off nutmeg. Have you heard about that? If you take a bunch of nutmeg, then so I literally I just ate a bunch of this spice. It's sort of like where you eat a lot of cinnamon and you just have
Yeah,
really dry mouth. That's all it was.
Dude, I know a kid who went to wilderness camp. He got kicked out of my junior high because his friend took a shit on the bathroom floor and he threw it against the wall. And every time I saw him for the next 10 years, I'd bring it up. He'd be like, dude, can you stop telling that story? And I'd be like, Colby, remember when you got kicked out of school, dude? Fucking hurling shit, bro. Fucking hucking shit.
You ever do the Burt's Bees? Beesin?
No, what's that?
You take Burt's Bees.
Oh, that was huge.
Lip balm.
Really?
Or, yeah.
It's a chapstick, yeah.
You put it on your
Or a lip balm,
eyelids.
yeah.
You put on your eyelids.
Kids, don't do this fucking shit.
And you just kind of feel like you're high, like you're buzzing.
Yeah.
It's really additive when you're like already drunk.
Yeah.
To bees, you know,
Right.
like
Okay.
bees, like
Beesin. We're bringing Beesin
bees
back.
sober. yeah.
Interesting.
It's not endorsed by Burnt Bees.
Yeah.
Of the correct usage.
I believe that. Also, when we were talking about Coke, you got to be careful with your Coke now, not just because it's Coke, but also because I read a New York Times article. Everything's laced with fentanyl right now, so you don't want to wind up fucking dead,
Yeah.
dude. So
Yeah.
don't fucking do it.
Yeah, just drink espresso.
Mm-hmm.
Get an
Just get
MCT and
hopped
ghee
up.
coffee. Yeah. Does the same thing.
I actually get too hopped up when I drink coffee.
Do you really?
Oh, dude,
I usually
yes.
drink decaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're a
Because I like
sensitive
the
guy,
ritual.
yeah.
I'm a sensitive guy, and sometimes when I have a full cup of coffee, I'll just sort of like stare at my computer for like an hour and a half and like be like, where should I start?
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel energized
too
but
dialed.
not productive.
Yeah. Do you crash when you drink coffee?
Not really.
That's
No.
good.
And honestly, decaf has a little bit of caffeine in it.
Does it?
Yeah, it's
That-
trace
yeah,
totally
tiny
uncaffeinated, so a
percentage.
tiny percent. So it gives me, I think, enough to do the
The
ritual.
placebos, yeah.
Yeah,
Do you guys want to answer some questions?
yeah,
For sure.
absolutely.
So you guys are like sensitive bros.
Oh yeah,
I feel like you guys are kind of our East Coast counterpart.
I think that's why
For sure.
we ended up bonding
Yeah.
right when we met you. And I remember, I don't know if you remember this because we were all really drunk, but in March of last year, remember we did that. We played
the Twitch.
the Twitch game.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we were doing like those rehearsals. It was like fucking crazy to pull it off. And then after it, we just stayed on. We had the video chat. and we were
Yeah,
just
yeah.
drinking Bud Lights.
I vaguely
And
remember.
We
yeah.
sort of had like we had the revelation that was like it's all about in 2020. It was 2020 then. It's all about like not bros aren't like douchey and arrogant anymore. They're
Yeah.
sensitive. That's what's
Right.
cool. Being
Yeah.
in touch with your feelings is cool.
Yeah.
Being inclusive is cool.
Yeah.
Being self-deprecating is cool.
Right.
That's what we think.
Yeah.
We talked about it one time. My friend Christian Hernandez was like that.
Yeah.
He was like a mature, sensitive adult. Like you'd be at a party and people would be wrecking stuff, and he'd be like, "Guys, this is someone's house," and you were like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But like it sounded honest. Like he wasn't, and he'd be like, and then you wouldn't be like, "Oh fuck you, Christian, I want to break more stuff." You'd literally like drop the thing in your hand and be like, "All right, guys, let's clean up." Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. There's definitely a
There's a
character.
movie character like that.
Yeah,
I'm trying to think of.
who's like you would expect him to be like the traditional douche, but he's not. He's like a really sensitive, thoughtful guy. And you're like, wow,
Right.
Well,
this
you know who
is
it kind
powerful.
of this is a bit of a reach.
It's kind of like Noah
but-
Centineo and
It could be that, but
And
I'm
what's that movie called?
to all the boys. I
I'm
love.
thinking-
Yeah, he's a
of,
legend.
I'm gonna butcher.
That's a cool, fucking handsome dude.
I'm gonna butcher the character's name, but Cullen, the main guy in Normal People, who's like the
Oh, Connell.
Yeah.
He's like the big
I just think you
big
say-
rugby star, and he's
Yeah.
the MOC.
I was
and he's
thinking
hanging
about
with
that
the
show
popular
recently.
crowd.
Such a good show, man.
That show was amazing.
And,
Dude, it drew out the sadness a little bit too much for me. I'm like,
Yeah.
yo, these two people would just be together.
They should have
Like,
been
everyone
together,
else is just
yeah.
such a piece of shit. I'm like, why are they
Yeah.
not together? But then I read the book and I was like, that's me. Sorry, I said that. I'm just so sorry I said I read the book.
Props.
But thanks, man. I'm sitting out the rest of the pod. I'm done.
Yeah.
But no, that character is so great because he's like so handsome, but he's like, although I don't know if that actor is that handsome, but he plays the handsome guy.
He's got a European attractiveness to him.
That's what it is. It's just
Yeah.
I'm just an American through and through.
That's your sexual tastes are just formed by the slobbery of America.
For real, dude. I'm like, if you don't look like you could be on Baywatch, get out.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I
get
need
out. dude.
Bigger muscles. I need
I'm
more
like, he's
plastic.
not
Yeah.
chiseled.
I want
yeah.
I want Steve Wynn's fake teeth and tan on Too Hot and Zac Efron's body and call it a day.
Dude, Efron's
hell yeah.
body in Baywatch is absurd, dude. I mean, that guy must not have drank water for like a week before shooting.
It's crazy.
Wait, how did we get to this? Oh, because of Normal People. Yeah, that show was good.
That's a good show.
Yeah.
that's a good ass show.
It's a good ass fucking show.
Yeah.
Connell.
Connell.
Can you do the accents? I'm trying to think if I can do
I
the
can't do
accent.
an Irish accent for shit. No
I
way.
just think, and then they're very like restrained, like they can't get the words out. They're like,
Yeah.
I just think you're pretty. I think you're pretty. And it makes
It's
them
Marianne.
short.
There's more said in the
Marianne.
silences in that show than there
Yeah.
are in
Dude,
the,
like the love scenes.
Those
like,
pregnant pauses.
Yeah.
Those Harold Pinter pregnant pauses.
how like explicit they were with like the actual like sex. And, like you felt. I mean, it just made the romance so much more powerful.
I was watching
for the
like
viewer.
a real bone sesh.
Dude, that's when I
Yeah.
first saw
But,
Tu Mama Tambien, and the first scene is like a young dude just having sex, and I was like, that's actually how fucking look. I hadn't even had sex yet. I was like, that's how fucking looks. Yeah.
Basic Instinct.
It was. They were making love.
I think the thing is too, now that we have porn, people don't need to masturbate to regular entertainment because
Right.
they have the options almost regardless of what age
Yeah.
you are. And I think that it's taken too much of the sex out of regular stuff.
That's right.
So now when I watch like Bridgerton and they're like grinding naked, I'm like, yeah, I miss this.
You're writing like a letter to the Pornhub editorial board. Like, I would recommend more clothes scenes.
Yeah, let's mix it up. Where's the softcore stuff?
They should have do they have a software category?
They got it.
They do, yeah.
For some reason, whenever I see like the real kind of sex in movies and stuff, it kind of bothers me a little bit. I don't know what it is. Like I was watching what's the Safdie brothers' first movie?
Hard Times. That's
Hard
not their first,
Times.
I think that's your second movie, but their first
Yeah.
big one. Yeah.
Their first big one, yeah. And there's like a sex scene in there. I don't know what it is. Where I'm just like, when it's in a movie as opposed to like porn, it just feels so much more real to me. And I'm just like, I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh.
Well, you worry about the people and stuff. You're like, are they going to be okay after this?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I was like,
Thinking about the actors.
yeah, I
That
don't
must have
know.
been so weird.
And the
for
characters,
them.
you're like, I don't know if they were supposed to have sex there.
You know what it is? I think about like ex-girlfriends. I'm like, is that what they're doing?
That's funny. I hope all my exes are getting railed. Yeah. I love you guys. Yeah. All right, do you guys want to answer some cues?
Yes.
What's up, dudes? I'm interrupting this podcast so you know once again we will be at the Irvine Improv this Friday. Come check us out if you want to see us live. We are also brought to you by the legends at Rumple. Rumple is on a mission to introduce the world to better blankets. So, on a surf and ski trip throughout California, Rumple's founders found themselves stuck in the back of their van in sub-zero temperatures. They were chugging whiskey and trying to keep warm, and they had this epic idea: the sleeping bag blanket. What? Yes. And now they're sharing this discovery with the world and also helping the environment. So these blankets are the Rumple Original Puffy Blanket. It's made with the same materials found in premium outdoor gear and activewear. It's built for everywhere. You can take it on the beach, music festival, chilling at home. It's built to keep you warm and cozy. And guys, I've been using Rumple. I've been going on camping trips, staying warm at the beach. If I'm, have a nice date, I'll go on the couch, rumple it up, stay warm with the lady. It's very nice for that. So it's good for snuggling, it's good for cuddling, it's good for staying warm, and you're helping the environment because they're made with sustainable materials. Each blanket is made from 60 discarded plastic bottles. What? Yeah. And they even donate 1% of their revenue to beach-friendly nonprofits like Save the Waves. They're legends. So, get Rumple today. Get the original puffy blanket. Do not muck around. Go to rumple.com, enter code D15 for 15% off your first order. They're water resistant and packable into their own stuffed sack. They're unlike any other blanket on the market, so get them today. Rumple.com. Enter code DEEP15 for 15% off your first order. That's Rumple, RUMPL.com with code DEEP15 for 15% off your first order. We're also brought to you by Manscaped. Manscaped, thank you so much for keeping our trims pure, for looking after our hogs. Manscaped is starting to open. The world is starting to open, and the Performance Package 4.0 from Manscaped is here to help you get ready. Inside you'll find their Lawnmower 4.0. That's right, the 4.0. The Weed Whacker ear and nose hair trimmer, the Crop Preserver ball deodorant, Crop Reviver toner, the Performance Boxer Briefs, and the Shed travel bag. Guys, I trimmed my pubes this weekend, and I pubed my trims this weekend, and they look so nice. I feel so free, so aerodynamic. It's always just a great experience with Manscaped too, because it's just like a nice trimmer. So you just no worries when you're getting into your pubal region. You're just sort of like, it feels good, honestly. So I'd highly recommend doing it. Get the 4.0. I mean, you can see your pubes in high def with their light, 7,000 RPM motor. Michael Phelps. Oh, yeah, the trimmer's waterproof too. So Michael Phelps, he's drooling at the thoughts of that. He wants to trim his pubes while he's doing the 100 free. The Weed Whacker, also waterproof, gets in your nose. Got to get those nose hair. And you got the boxers and the Shed travel bags. So get 20% off plus free shipping with the code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com. That's 20% off plus free shipping with the code GODEEP20 at manscaped.com. Achieve pubic glory this year with Manscaped. Finally, we are brought to you by the legends at Helix Beer Bongs. Guys, check out Helix Beer Bongs at shopcgd.com if you're looking to take your chugging to the next level. Helix Beer Bongs, shopcgd.com. All right, back to the show.
Yeah. What's up, Stoke Lords? Recently, my dog Evan has been growing out the flow, and it looks stupendous. It looks sick when we surf together, and it might even rival Chad's golden locks. However, recently with summer in full swing and the boys raging it up, girls have commented on my dog's hair in a negative way. The lady friends are saying that his hair is too long and that he should cut it, even though it's the perfect length in my opinion, just covering the neck. What's the move, dudes? Cut the hair, ignore the chicks, or start hanging out with new ladies? Love the pod, bros. Griffin.
So the girls don't like
the
his
DJ
flow?
Griffin? Or?
The girls don't like the dude's flow. They think it's too long. It's neck length, but the bros are big on it.
Is he happy?
Right.
Good question.
Wait.
That's the golden question.
Does he go and look in the mirror in the morning?
Is his flow?
This is buddy's flow.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
When he said my dog, I thought he meant his
Actual golden
dog.
retriever.
Golden retriever.
Yeah, I was like, why this thing over here? It's a fucking dog.
There's something fun. There's something really funny about like this Lechuga retriever, like with really overgrown hair.
Yeah.
This guy's chill.
Oh, that totally changes. I gotta rethink this.
Is he happy? Is his confidence higher? Is his self-esteem higher when he has his long hair?
Dude, that's
I
the
think
ultimate
that's
question.
the critical key.
The girls are gonna come around to that. I mean, like, oh my god, everything is about how a guy presents himself in terms of like, aura and like how happiness.
Yeah.
But the boys are stoked on it.
Yeah, the boys are stoked.
I mean, that's high.
I don't think you need to find new girls. They're just gonna have to adapt or get ditched. Like,
Right.
I think they'll get over it.
Yeah.
And you know what? If he cut his hair because of these girls, he would be very unhappy.
Oh my god,
For
dude.
sure.
He'd be like, I capitulated to these,
Yeah.
And then he'd cut the hair, and would be expecting them to be like, oh, nice, like they're like into him now, and then they won't be, and then
Right.
he'll be double unhappy.
Yeah.
He's just jumping through hoops for their approval. So neck length is here covering the neck.
I believe
Yeah.
so.
It's chill.
Maybe toss it up into the man buns.
And
see
you
how
can
that
pull a
looks.
little samurai look too.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We should send him a photo of TJ Cholnoki.
Take notes.
I think
dude.
Griff, you got to support your boy. Like if he starts
Yeah.
having self-doubt because of the outside criticism, I'd parrot the line from The Cooler with William H. Macy when he's looking at Maria Bella's character after she gets rough treatment from Alec Baldwin, and I'd just say, hey, if you don't like the way you look in the mirror, look into my eyes. That's your mirror.
Wow.
And I think that'll fire him up.
That would be exactly what he needs to hear. Yeah.
Girlfriend doesn't want the smoke. What up, brothers? So I've been with my girlfriend for over 5 years. We met when we were 16 before I ever smoked weed before. My first time was with her, although she's done it before I did. We are now 21 and I've been continuing the smoking endeavor while she does not enjoy it as much. She claims she's cool with it, smoking in social settings and things like that, while I'm more of the everyday kind of smoker. This has become a problem for her because she does not like it when I'm high. I ask her every time before I smoke if she's cool with it, and she usually says no, which I always respect and don't argue with. The comment cycle usually ends up with her saying yes once and then I get too comfortable and start trying to sneak it in, which is where the problem lies. I enjoy the toke, and I'm not trying to ruin anyone's stoke, but my girlfriend gets so mad that I'm afraid I'll get boked. I don't see it as much of a big deal as she does. And I don't do it in front of her, but she can tell when I'm slightly cooked. I'm not hurting anyone, and I feel like it's better than getting completely hammered. What should I do in this situation? I still love to smoke, but I'm basically with the GF all the time, and I don't want to upset her. She doesn't like to talk about it, but I feel like we need to resolve this issue. I'm trying not to give up weed altogether, but is that what it's going to take to keep the love of my life by my side? Thanks, bro. You guys have maintained my stoke for years, and I have such an appreciation for your profound wisdom. Sorry for the long email, and in the words of my man Strider, friggin' late. Your dog, Freddie.
That's a legit. This is legitimate relationship advice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is troubleshooting.
It boils down to a pretty simple question for me. What's more important, the sesh or your soul?
You think those are the two things up, dude?
Don't even say that.
Why? What makes you say that?
It's such a long story, but
Yeah.
Well, I will say this though. Smoking weed, there's like a point around age 20 or 21 where it affects you very differently than it did in like the halcyon days of your youth, right?
Nice.
Like
halcyon.
Yeah, I loved it.
It's like some people can continue with it and it gets better and better. There's a crossroads where you kind of, the anxiety starts to set in, and like you can't do it.
You're
as
an
much.
adult, so now you're having adult anxiety.
Yeah, you have an existential.
You're like, I need
crisis.
insurance. Yeah.
And I think that is a very tough thing to try to figure out in a relationship where one side is so pro ganja and the other side is not.
I've seen it go both ways. I've seen some girlfriends who are fine with it. You know what I mean? And then I've seen some girlfriends who are not into it. And I mean, each case is different. Some guys can smoke weed all the time and they're fine.
They can function.
But I would say that's not the norm. I'd say those people are few and far between. And I think it kind of catches up to everyone at a certain point. But I don't know. So you think he should give it up for the gal?
Here's my real recommendation. Start smoking dad grass. You ever heard of dad grass?
Is that like weaker
Nice
weed?
plug.
Dad grass
It's like O'Doul's?
it's O'Doul's for weed.
Yeah.
It's CBD joints, it's flower, but like you still get the sensation or the fixation. You kind of go through like the process and
The habit.
the pageantry of it.
Yeah.
But it's just you're not getting
This
really
is-
stoned.
this is
There's
what I'll
it's not
say
psychoactive. It's
To
all,
Max's point, what maybe Max's point represents, this is probably going to sound a very weak answer, but I do believe that you got to meet halfway in relationships to make the best ones, to make them work.
Yeah.
And if he's saying if she's the love of his life, they've been together, what, 5 years or something?
Yep.
Like-
16 to 21 though.
Yeah, young. I think like, young. You got to give it like a shot where it's like, I'm not gonna give up everything I love for you. I will do some things to accommodate. And if she can't see that you're making an effort, then there's probably a more deeper rooted thing that
Right.
you have to step away from.
And
Right.
and weed is like a
Weed's
when it's a vice, it's tougher to defend. You know what I mean? Like
But
if
it's
you-
pretty docile. I mean, he's right. It's better than
But
fucking
I'll tell
being
you
an
that, like,
alcoholic.
try to accommodate.
Totally.
If
Yeah.
it's not.
Yeah, step away. Like after you've given it your best shot.
And the one thing you really don't want to happen, not that this is in play, but I've seen this too, and this I think is the worst thing that can happen, is when you're hiding behavior from your partner.
Yeah.
You know, I had friends who were like, oh, my girlfriend went to sleep, and then I run outside and I get high. And I had one friend who, his girlfriend, I don't even know if she didn't want him doing drugs, but he kind of pigeonholed her that she was that way. He would like do acid and not tell her. And they'd like go see a movie and he'd be on acid.
You could hide that.
And he would just like,
See, I'm the worst at hiding any. Like when I'm
no, I got to talk about everything.
Yeah, me too.
like, I could not.
You got to confess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you a confessor?
I'm a confessor.
What is
Nice.
that? I'm the same way.
I don't like go to confession.
No, I know.
I'm just like,
But maybe were you
honest
raised
about
Catholic?
everything. No, I have a
Okay.
lot of guilt for some reason.
Me too. Like if I got something, I can't.
Terrible
hold it.
liar.
Yeah.
You know, terrible all these things.
That's
so,
good though, right?
Yes, I don't know. It would help to be a good liar.
I think he should.
It's true. Yeah. Fuck
In terms of meeting halfway, I think
do. It sucks.
I think he should like maybe establish a day, be like Sundays, Saturdays. That's
Right.
when I'm gonna get baked.
Yeah.
Stony Saturdays.
Yeah.
Come up with some kind of alliteration.
Yeah. And maybe look down the road a little bit. Be like, you know, if I lose this relationship over weed, in the long run, will I be happy that I made that choice or not?
You know what else?
But
you
I
could-
like the meeting halfway in the middle too.
You gotta
'cause-
try.
Yeah.
If
And then-
she's got to come, then he's got to come.
Yeah, test that out.
Yeah,
for
test that
sure.
out. If she doesn't budge, and you're willing to go for her, I don't know. That's,
Yeah.
There's one more alternative too, where if you just crush it so hard at every other aspect of your life,
wow.
no one can tell you what to do. You know what I mean? Like if you're just
Made $150 million. Last
Yeah,
year.
if
Take
you-
control of everything.
yeah, if you like are Elon Musk, you're like, look, it's like I can smoke weed.
Yeah.
yeah. The proof's in the pudding.
If you start
Yeah.
calling yourself the Chais.
So either be
Then-
Elon Musk or acquiesce and be like, all right, I'll stop smoking bud. I'll just have to watch Transformers.
Maybe it's like, yeah, I'll
sober.
stop smoking weed, but you do have to call me the Chaz.
All right, I got a list of demands here.
All right, what up, brothers? Chad, the Sultan of Chill, and JT, the Fuhrer of Dankness, Strider, Joe, and any other godfathers of Stoke. Been listening since day one. Fuck Puzio. I want to get your take on when in your life you should even consider settling down with a girl for good and wifing her up. I'm 24 and have had two different 2-year-long relationships at this point. I've probably dated 10 girls total. I've never kept in contact with my exes after we break up, and I've never been dumped.
Sweet.
Yeah,
Undefeated.
again, great detail.
Undefeated, never lost.
Never been dumped.
But we need the
Yeah.
context, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been the one to break up with her. Anyways, I moved across the country, so I had to cut things off with my latest girl. But the thing is, she still lives with my parents. Whoa. That's right. She's renting the guest room in my parents' house. This meant that I still have to acknowledge her existence, for instance, when I FaceTime my parents.
Acknowledge her existence.
Dude.
This guy's pissed, dude. This guy's so mad at his parents.
Yeah.
He's like, why did you let Becky move in? His dad's like, Becky's chill. He's like, Dad, you're supposed to be on my side. I FaceTime my parents. She's there sometimes. I do love this girl and she loves me, but the reason I moved across the country is for work. I need to get my career started and feel at this time in my life that should be my priority. Am I wrong? Should I try long distancing with this girl? At what stage of my life should you give up the ghost of dating around and have your mindset on rendezvousing with the final boss of bomb genetics and popping out some little stokers on your own? Appreciate any response. Cheers. Rico.
Oh, yeah.
His name's Rico.
Rico.
Well, you clearly aren't in love with this girl. Like, nothing in the email
Yeah.
made me think that you really want to be
You've
with
had-
her.
Wait, did you say
Other-
you just broke up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he could move across the
He
country.
said
like-
10 relationships and he's 24.
That's nuts.
Yeah,
That is
10
nuts.
relationships.
What a
Wow,
beast.
bro. This guy's
What a
a
beast.
serial dater.
And what a
Yeah.
dude, what a
Yeah.
dude, the fact that you could break up with 10 people in that
Yeah.
small amount of time at that age, you're
It sounds like he's just
I
like a
wonder
week
what
and a
is-
half. He's like, dump you.
was
Don't
it?
dump me.
you should be running like the
Yeah.
Amazon warehouses. You got that kind of mentality, dude.
Head of Amazon logistics at age 24.
Just like
Just
look,
got a job.
they can work all day, dude. They're good.
That's
Just-
right.
I just moved out of my parents' house to run Bezos' logistics out in Seattle, Washington.
It sounds like he's turning his mindset into a grind set right now, which I really respect. And I encourage that. Maybe this is just because I'm like perpetually single and like haven't had a real relationship ever, but like career comes first for me.
In the absence of nothing else, career comes first.
I'm in agreement though, because these are like, you know, it's not like the olden days when you got married at like 25.
Yeah.
You know, it's like take your time.
Yeah.
I always had the mentality too of like establish a career, especially with, you know, entertainment. It can be so, you know, you're just like a comic doing open mics. I wanted to like have
For
something
sure.
legitimate.
Right.
So I think take your time, and also, you know, it doesn't
Well,
seem like he's in love with her. So
You know what it sounds like? He's got to learn to love himself
Amen.
first.
Yeah.
There's the answer.
And I think
Yeah.
that's going to come through establishing a career.
Yeah.
Being secure.
Getting stock options at Amazon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, kind of being secure with yourself, where you are,
Amen.
where you're at.
That's it. It's
Love yourself.
It's like the right time is when you are sure enough about yourself to make sure that you can be with another person.
Right.
You guys, I'm engaged, and
Yeah,
I want to talk about it.
Congrats.
Yeah.
I have been dating. I'm engaged to the same girl. We started seeing each other when I was 20. I was about to turn 25.
Wow.
Well, how old are you now?
I'm 31.
So Rico's right there.
Yeah, Rico's about right there.
Yeah.
But we dated for 6 years before I proposed.
What did she
Yeah.
think when he switched into doing the Friday beer stuff?
It just could not have been more supportive, because she had, this is the whole point of like discovering who you are, and even as Chad was saying, like finding a path that is
Yeah.
suiting you. I mean, I don't have to, I'm not trying to, you know, make it a bigger thing, but I had a very good job before I started Friday Beers. I could have gone on that path, but that wasn't the path I wanted.
Right.
So I knew before I was going to make any decision that was seriously life, changing or binding in a personal way. Like I wanted to be on my path that I was like, I'm fulfilling myself in other ways, or, like in a professional way or whatever. And that took a long time. And we dated for 6 years before I proposed.
Yeah.
That's so nice that. Sorry, go ahead.
I think it's crazy too. The older I get, just how much you develop, and like even when I was like young, because I was like introverted, people would be like, just be yourself, and I'm like, I don't know what that is,
Yeah, we don't know who
like
you are yet.
I'm like, I don't know who I am, and so I'm so glad, that I've sort of taken my time with all of that stuff because I matured so much more slowly.
I think you got to recalibrate every, take stock of that every day, frankly. But like, I felt like I didn't know who I was in high school. In college, toward the end of college, I was like, now I feel confident. Like,
right.
Now I'm comfortable with who I am in college.
Yeah.
After college, I didn't know who I was again.
Right.
And I was posing as like an investment banker, and I got out of there, and then I got the next. I was like, now I'm starting to feel more like who I am.
Yeah.
4 years later, I was like, this isn't who I am either.
Right.
I felt like pushing for it. Like, and then I, kept trying to explore other directions and kept asking myself, like, is this it? Is this it? And, it'll probably be different in 5 years to a lesser degree.
Yeah.
But it really is, like Max said, like, you take an assessment of, like, who you are before you can be comfortable with another person.
Totally.
Right.
Yeah. And also, if you really sort of create your life, the life you want, then the right person will come along.
Yeah.
Into your life.
And that's why Enterprise Rent-A-Car is great, because they give you the opportunity to be your own boss.
Dude.
I was
Great
gonna,
call.
dude, literally, you took the words out of my mouth. That is exactly what I was thinking, dog.
Yeah.
Great
ref.
You want to
We're
do
all
the
about
next
the
part of
refs.
this thing? Chad, who's your beef of the week?
My beef of the week
Beef of the week.
is my circadian rhythm.
Dude.
Dude, my sleep cycles. I mean, if I had a I guess a regular job, it'd be perfect because I wake up. Dude, I've been waking up at like 5 a.m. every day.
At 5?
All natural?
Why?
I don't know. Oh, a lot of it is because I've been vaping, and I wake up and my. So,
And you need to vape?
what's up?
You need to vape?
Yeah. So I have a very addictive personality, so I always have to, drinking. I have to cut it for a little bit, and so I'll wake up at like 5 and my heart will already be racing, because not that I've been vaping, but in my mind it's like tuned up, ready for it,
Yeah.
And so I'm like, I can't go back to sleep unless I vape.
I have a buddy like that. Yeah, he had to wake up at like 5 a.m., hit his vape, and go back to bed.
Yeah.
So how do you-
I will say, though, even if you weren't vaping, you'd probably be waking up at like 6.
I naturally I naturally wake up at like 6 a.m. So I have to go to bed at 10:30.
I gotta get 8. I love getting 8.
Me too.
Yeah. I'm like 6 to 7, I'd say.
Well,
But
it's good if you can get 6.
Yeah.
And be energized.
yeah, and so
You got 8 the other night, though, right?
I got 8 the other night. It's because I didn't vape the night. Yeah. So I put in my calendar. I'm quitting tomorrow. I've been talking about this a lot on the pod. So but now I'm putting it out there. So I gotta stick to it.
Your circadian rhythms are also off because of your dipping.
It's not because of my dipping. It's because of I gotta watch TV before I go to bed.
Right.
So I'll wake up at 5 a.m. and have to put Family Guy back on. So I
Really?
can fall
Can you hit
asleep.
me with a little wrist
Interesting.
action
What do you mean?
from when you're packing your lip?
Oh yeah, one of these.
Dude, what are you?
Look at how solid that is.
Yeah.
Can we get that on one more time for the camera?
Yes. I got long fingers too.
Wow.
Are
I
you
see. I can't do it.
Are you a Skull
I've never done
Copenhagen guy?
I'm a Grizzly Wintergreen. Patches.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah.
Dude, I always like Canadians where I was Kodak.
Bro, Grizzly Wintergreen, it's in a league of its own.
Yeah.
Skull and Copenhagen are peasants compared to this
Really?
product. Yeah.
How
It's
long
like-
into dating before you pack a lip in front of someone?
I can tell a story about this.
I'm pretty open about
What's
it.
the story?
Which
Which one?
the dip spit story.
Oh yeah.
You want to tell it? Or you want me to
Yeah, I
tell
could
it?
tell. I mean, so pretty like this girl
Grossest thing I ever
this girl
heard.
slept over and like I couldn't fall asleep, so I put it in the lip, and then like
To fall asleep with a lip in to me is ridiculous.
You sleep with it in?
I didn't mean to. I fell asleep, and then I woke up and it was like, and I was drooling all night. So there's a huge puddle of, like dip spit on the pillow,
No.
and, like next to her head, and she didn't say a word. She was like cool with it, and I was like, all right, I like this chick's cool.
My friend's like a handsome, competent dude. Like girls always liked him. And I remember he had a serious girlfriend. He's like, dude, she's a good chick. And I was like, how do you know? He's like, Well, the other night I got hammered and I pissed the bed, and when I woke up, she was cleaning the sheets. She never brought it up in the morning.
Dude,
Someone who can accommodate for your degeneracy.
Yeah.
Good chick.
That weed guy. There's girls like that out there.
Yeah.
don't be just so sure you're stuck.
Yeah, I remember some of the girls in high school who played hockey would put dip in between their toes.
Yeah.
In the
What?
skates.
You put a slit
Yeah.
in.
What's
Yeah,
that?
would they
I've never
actually
done
do that?
Yeah, inject.
That's
yeah.
disgusting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
What a horrible
It
habit.
sounds, yeah.
Dude, if I brought a girl home and she took off her sock and was dipping, go suck her toes, and I'm like,
So why don't you keep your socks on during
yeah.
set?
Yeah. Why don't you pack a lip for me with that foot?
Yeah. Oh, I'll put that straight into my lip. Yeah, thank you.
One time we made our friend George in high school pack a double mouth guard. And he couldn't move. And he had to drool into this thing. He's just like, oh. And we're like, that's good, dude. Keep it going. We're like, how buzzed are you? He's like, oh.
That's great.
But yeah, so I don't really have a beef with my sleep cycle. I think it's pretty legit. It's hard as a comic because people want you to stay up late, but yeah, I just got to get back on track. That's my beef.
My lord, who's your beef of the week?
Dude, my beef of the week is with my Vizio TV. This thing sucks. Every time I come home, long day at the office, I just want to like toss on some tube, and like it works like 75% of the time.
Vizio, get him a new TV.
And it's crazy, bro. It's like I have to unplug it, then I replug it, and then it turns on, or like the clicker won't work, and then I'll have to like put the batteries back in. It's like I can't identify the exact issue, and like but it's not too much of an inconvenience where I call in the Geek Squad, because like, sometimes it eventually will work, but it's just like a hassle to turn on.
Oh, it's the worst.
So I'm like, dog, like you gotta start working consistently. I'm
Right.
gonna lose my mind.
Yeah.
So,
And like I rely, and as I just said, like I need that digital Xanax. Like
Yeah.
watching TV puts me to sleep.
Yeah.
Without it, I'm just
why don't you get a noise machine?
because I need a diet. It's
Yeah,
it's a psychological thing where like
I know, I'm the same way, dude. I listen to
when
books
you,
on
it's,
tape.
it's
before
like
I go to sleep.
comforting to
Yeah.
know. I've seen these shows so many times that if I'm listening to an episode of The Office and I know like the dialogue, it's like a blanket of comfort that puts me to sleep. It's weird.
No, it makes perfect sense. I'm the same way. I sleep on my couch every day. I don't sleep in my bed.
Dude, I'm a big
Yeah.
couch guy. Yeah,
Yeah, I like that it's open out there. and
I didn't sleep
just-
on a bed for, like,
Every night?
Every night. Last night I like forced myself to sleep in the bed, but I would say 90% of the time I sleep on my couch. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'll crawl into bed at like 6 in the morning when I wake up, but I can't fall asleep.
I used to have a
in there.
mega bed, right? An L couch, and just shove the twin bed, so it was like mega bed.
It's amazing.
Yeah, sick.
Oh, megabeds. Yeah, that's the best.
Sick.
Make a bed.
Jack, who's your beef of the week?
Oh yeah, my beef of the week is Kobe beef sliders.
Whoa.
I went to a 4th of July party last Saturday, and they were serving Kobe beef sliders and little bitty burgers. Pop them in, delicious,
That's awesome.
fucking awesome. Yeah,
Dude, my beef of the week is. I'm sorry.
I love when someone's beef is actual beef.
it's good, dude.
I was thinking
Passion.
about my beef of the week being the carne asada tacos, but they're vegan tacos
We're from
from the little spot next to Groundwork Coffee.
the juice juice spot.
Yeah,
What is that juice place called? Juice factory.
it's like the juice place. Yeah.
juice place.
Dude, my,
Juice spot.
my beef of the week is with this dude on Instagram who messaged me saying that my Instagram stories with Joe Marisi are weak.
Oh, they're the best.
Sorry, and he went into really deep criticism about it.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like real asshole about it. So I looked at his profile page and it was him like in nature saying like how much, a mountain meant to him or something. And so I went, he's like, I'm bailing. I was like, sweet, later, dude. And I was like, by the way, your sincere posts about nature are boring and I bet you are too. And then,
Got him.
yeah, because I wanted to inject in him the same self-consciousness he was trying to put in me.
Yeah.
But then I almost went farther, but I didn't, or further rather, because he's got a son and a wife.
Ooh.
And I was like, I wasn't gonna pick on them, but I was like, well, like my dad would never do that. Like my dad's not a bitch. Like my dad wouldn't just talk shit to people.
Online.
Yeah, he was busy doing things. So I wanted to go. I feel sorry for your son that he's being raised by such a pussy.
Jesus.
Dude, I was
No,
pissed.
You're also
so
you're also
pissed.
anti-nature guy.
And I don't like nature. So I was like, oh, cool, the mountains. There's like another like prosaic post about the mountains, but like, it means so much to me to be able to get out in the Tetons and really decompress. I was like, yeah, like anyone gives a fuck, dude. But
Ever been to Vegas?
yeah, but you've been at Vegas or Miami?
Yeah.
No, you haven't, dude, because you're a friggin' dork, dude. Who likes the river? Oh, I caught a rainbow trout. Well, yeah, because people don't like you, dude. That's why you have fun with fish. You fucking ass.
The fish ate you too because you're catching them with hooks.
Yeah,
Good
dude. The
call.
fish don't even even the friggin' animals that you do hang out with, you have to force to do it, dude.
Bait 'em
You have to
in.
trick them into hanging out. You're talking shit about my Instagram stories. Dude. Every one of your posts, lame and boring, dude. A snooze. Dude, if you need help going to sleep, I'll send you this guy's Instagram page. I'll put you to sleep in a couple minutes.
Perfect.
But you're a good guy, dude, and all love. That's my beef of the week.
Nice. Stick it to him.
Chad, who's your babe of the week?
My baby of the week is Owen Wilson. I've been watching. Okay, I'm not a big Marvel guy. I've never been a big fan of Marvel, but I've been watching Loki on Disney Plus. Have you guys caught this?
No.
Dude, I mean, I've only watched one episode, but I was pleasantly surprised. Aaron, you're down with it too?
Loki's a Thor guy, right?
He's a Thor guy. He's
Tom
Thor's
Hiddleston.
brother.
He's
Yeah.
the god of mischief.
Very good in the part.
Mischief.
Yeah.
Didn't they used to call you the guy
Played
that missed
by
it?
I've been
Owen
called that
Wilson.
a couple times.
What's up?
Played by Owen Wilson.
No, so Owen Wilson is playing like an agent at this at the TVA or TBA. Is it TBA or TVA? The what? Time Variant Agency. Yeah, he's playing an agent basically at this agency, and they have they.
It's a good
basically-
range for him.
Yeah, and he just crushes it. I love that guy.
He's awesome.
Every time you see Owen Wilson, it's just good
Yeah.
vibes. It's like he's always Owen Wilson in the part, and he just brings Owen Wilson to it, and it's just like you're like, now I'm having a good time.
He makes
no matter
everything
what
fun.
Yeah, no matter what movie I'm in, I'm like, all right, Owen Wilson.
This
yeah,
video resurfaced of him in the Spike Jonze skateboarding movie.
Oh yeah, that's great.
It's like it's so funny.
Yeah, what are they?
Oh, where he
doing
busts
again?
like the fake trick or whatever?
Yeah, the fake trick. Yeah, and
Yeah.
and he's like chirping them, and it's just like that's like vintage Owen Wilson.
Yeah.
ultimate chill guy.
I wonder. I hope he's a good hang. I hope he's like.
My brother and I were arguing about this on comms, and I was actually on the side that he's not a good hang.
I know.
I can
I
see
know
it
a girl
both
that banged
ways.
him.
Ooh, he's banged him.
You know the butterscotch stallion, right? Because they say he likes eating butt.
Wow.
Oh really?
Did she have that
She didn't go into
experience?
detail.
They say.
She said it
They
was.
say.
She said it was a very like.
They all say.
adventurous experience.
Really?
There you
Yeah.
go. He ate the butt.
Did she specify?
No, she wouldn't specify.
Dude,
Classy lady.
Butterscotch Stallion, I fancy myself the same. So, I do have some
You and Owen Wilson
similarities with
have
my
similar
babe.
energies,
Jones
too.
for-
Yeah.
Do you see yourself as kind of an Owen Wilson type? Because I think of myself as kind of a Vince Vaughn type. So
Ooh.
maybe, yeah.
That's why.
I think I would like to be an Owen Wilson type. You know, one of the opening scenes of Wolf of Wall Street when Leo's like blowing coke into the hooker's
Yeah,
ass.
is that what he's doing? I don't know.
Yeah, he's like blowing into her ass.
Yeah.
But that's Butterscotch Stallion.
Right.
Instead, you're just going to eat the ass.
Just chowing down.
Yeah, and you're all sweaty.
Yeah. Oh,
And you're like in a.
the juices are mixing.
Would you be in the South still? You know, just to
Yeah.
play with the.
You're in
peanut
Phoenix,
butter-
Arizona in August.
Yeah. That's so gross, dude.
Yeah, it's terrible.
You're in Las Vegas in July.
Yeah, baby. Let's do it. It was hot. It was hot.
Yeah.
Max, who's your baby of the week?
Babe of this week, babe of next week, babe of last week, babe of any week. Haley Steinfeld. It's gotta
Oh,
be.
I knew it was
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, so funny enough, she was at a wedding this past weekend with a friend of ours. And allegedly, there were like dudes at the wedding going up to her, like being like, Friday beers, like harassing, like taking photos, taking pics. It's only a matter of time before
She
we get,
capitulates
we get
and
the
follows
we get
us.
the one-on-one experience and just
Have you guys
I get to
DM'd her?
shoot my
Yeah.
shot.
We did this sketch
Absolutely.
with her.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I saw that. Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
on
it was
Zoom.
super
though.
impersonal though. I'm talking about like just
The real
Damn.
deal.
I'm just
Real deal
I'm just a
Holyfield.
girl standing in front of a boy asking
Yeah.
him to love me.
Right.
Type of moment. That's the moment I'm waiting for.
Notting Hill, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, you gotta come up with something unique. Like you bring her like I don't know.
I'm picturing third act. She's doing like a press conference, and you're flying through traffic with "Give Me Some 11" in the background.
Yeah.
And we're helping you get there. Your bro's helping you.
Does she
get
listen
there.
to this?
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Hopefully.
Haley, what up, dude?
Yeah.
Good work in Edge of 17. Very poignant.
Very good flick. Yeah. Good flick.
You could give her like a. I always just go Pokeball, but that's kind of standard. But I think people.
We'll think on it.
Yeah. We'll brainstorm.
I got Pokeball. I got keto brownie. That's all I got.
Yeah, okay. Dude, a keto
She's gonna
brownie.
be healthy.
Here,
Yeah.
you can bring it. This is the Chad special: a Pokeball, a keto brownie, and a vape.
And a nice romantic night in the ice
dad
bath.
grass.
Yeah. Yeah.
Touching each other's numb feet.
Yeah, and then
And then the butterscotch.
the butterscotch
begins.
stallion. Yeah, comes in hot. Dude.
That could actually be a really great name of like a minor league baseball team, like Double A. Butterscotch.
Owned by Owen Wilson.
Yeah, what's the mascot? Is it just a dude with like? Shit on his face.
He's got a brown nose. It's just like an actual dude with a brown nose. But do you know what it
He's
is?
got wings.
It's like a
horse,
horseman, like a centaur.
Yeah, a centaur, yeah.
With a brown nose.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
It's a good fantasy. We get somebody to draw that up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of their chant, like, we gonna lick. Your shit box. That doesn't really have a good tempo.
We will lick your ass.
Shit box. Yeah, I love that. Jack, who's your baby of the week?
My baby week's my fiance, Olivia.
Let's
Nice.
go.
Baby week all the time. I love you.
That's nice.
Hell yeah.
Dude, my baby of the week, I just got into her music. I went to a gay bar on the 4th of July and I heard her music at a gay bar. And like, this happened to me with a bunch of music. I realized it's kind of curated for that environment. And then so it actually like locked into my brain where I was like, oh, these songs actually rip. And this artist is actually an interesting one to bring up with you guys here because it's Dua Lipa.
Fuck, dude.
She's big.
Dude, her music's amazing,
what?
dude.
Bro.
And I think she got kind of boned because her new album came out during COVID,
yeah.
and it's meant for like that club atmosphere.
Yeah.
But I'm wondering, like, but you guys, and I don't know the whole story.
Anti-Dua Lipa.
She blocked us on Instagram.
She blocked you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I've been watching her performances all day, and it was totally coincidental that you guys were coming on. But then I was like going through my Beefs, Babes, and Legends. I was like, dude, I think my babe's Dua Lipa. And I was like, but the Friday Beers guys are
Dude,
coming.
her last album was a banger. for
It was
sure.
really good,
Yeah,
dude.
It was.
But so what's the? But this is sort of a beef. Like,
Yeah.
It's a beef.
But like,
She has beef with us.
We started following her.
Yeah.
She was the only person we followed. Then we realized she's dating this dude, Anwar Hadid, who's like a total herb loser. And
you guys started trashing him, right?
we started trashing him. And we commented on a photo of Dua Lipa and Anwar and said, "Who's the Make-A-Wish kid?" And then she blocked us. And
which was not a sensitive bro move, but also Anwar is he represents like entitled douche
He's a
culture.
knob.
And you guys are
He's
kind of
nozzle.
you guys think she could do
Nozzle.
better. It's coming
Yeah.
from a place of liking
Yeah.
Dua Lipa.
we're trying
Yeah.
to save her.
It does, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the Calvin Harris Dua Lipa song? One beat.
One kiss. One kiss is
One
all it
kiss,
takes.
dude. Her dance move at the beginning. Are you guys familiar with it? When like the beat starts going and she's
Yep,
going like
we know
this.
that's
Well, she
why
got
we-
ripped for her dancing.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's
That's why
the
we
video,
started
That's the
She's,
video.
she's
her.
going like
Yeah.
this.
That's
with,
the
like,
video
this look
that-
on her face.
Yeah.
That's
And
the
it's
video
good?
that made us.
Dude.
Because
Yeah.
people say she's a bad dancer. A lot of the YouTube comments are about that.
Yeah,
But dude,
that was her
that-
early in her career. Like a lot of criticism about her dancing, and she just trained.
Yeah.
Let's go, dude.
That one kiss,
Yeah.
that one kiss dance move was like I was.
That was
that's why I
why
was
we.
really like.
That's
oh,
why
dude,
we started getting on
Is
her.
that get?
I had
how you
never,
guys
I had
do?
never heard of her, and then I saw that video. And I was like,
Yeah.
"That's who we're following."
Yeah, dude.
Did it hurt when she
Yeah.
put the block on you?
I
It's
was
all,
like-
it's all about the storyline.
Right.
Yeah.
The story's not over. This is
Yeah.
just like the
No,
first
yeah.
act, or second act rather, where there's a little
Yeah.
like lovers discord.
Found the new girl in Haley.
This is,
Yeah.
It's all in this.
We'll study up on that.
Yeah,
it's all
my
in the
dad-
game.
Freeze out.
The classic.
Dad sent me this book, The Game, Penetrating the Secret Society of Pickup Artists. I guess it's about how to talk to women. So, Dad, thank you for the rec. I'm super excited to dive in.
Yeah, he knows.
Yeah.
He's like, son, I wrote that thing.
All the answers are in here.
The thing about Dua is that's so disheartening because Friday Beer stands for like the everyman guy. You know, like
You're for the proletariat.
you're working
Yeah.
for the proletariat, working for the weekend. You know, you don't have much, you make the most of it or whatever. And it's all earned, not given. And why it's just given, not earned, rub it in your face.
Silver Spoon
Yeah.
McGee.
He's Gigi Hadid's brother.
Clout chase off my famous family. And
Oh, that's. His
And
whole
he's a
thing.
model, but without being
He's
too
ugly.
harsh, he's not handsome.
yeah,
No,
he's ugly.
Which upsets me often.
he's got that weird like ugly swag.
Not saying I'm attractive either, but he's ugly.
No, you're
No,
good
you're
looking.
a hot
dude.
guy.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
thanks,
you're
man.
good.
Yeah,
You're
you guys
good
are
looking
hot
too.
guys.
And we're hotter in
Yeah,
Ohio.
Me too, bro.
Dude, in Ohio, it's
We're-
over, bro. Take me to
yeah.
the Cleveland Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Let's go.
Yeah, get this guy an
Let's go to a
exhibit, dude.
Browns game in the fall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are they going to be good next year?
They made the playoffs last year, didn't they?
Yeah, but I thought that was kind of like,
COVID
I
style.
thought it was kind of fool's gold.
Oh,
Yeah.
maybe. That'd be great if they had one playoff run and then went back to being shit for 20 years.
Who are you guys, Giants fans?
I'm a Giants fan, yeah.
Rams. Well, formerly Rams.
So you pulled for St. Louis because maybe when you were coming up, like that Warner team was good, or what
No,
was it?
I'm homie. My homie is Jared Goff. So
Whoa.
I was a big Rams guy when he was on the squad, and now it's
Are you
Where'd
switching to
he go?
Detroit?
fuck Stafford, bro. Oh yeah, Lions now.
Your Lions?
Yeah,
They got a team? They're okay, right?
they're nasty. I don't know. I haven't,
You're a
I haven't
legend, dude.
done too much research, but
Yeah.
I feel like I should, because I'm not a big sports guy. But I feel
you want to
like
go Lions?
Yeah, maybe I'll be alive.
Yeah, dude,
this
all
year.
right.
Yeah, I think
Officially.
I should get
They're
invested.
building a low-key celebrity
Yeah.
following now.
Let's do. We'll go to a
Dude,
couple
yeah.
games.
Yeah.
Two Turn Tony's also a
He's a
fan.
huge
Oh,
fan.
no- oh, really?
Yeah.
You, me, and Tony on the sideline.
Dude, hell yeah. Because
That is such a motley crew.
Yeah. Dude. I'm a Lions guy, dude.
Hell
Go
yeah.
Lions.
The Lions,
Yeah.
baby.
Let's go. Fucking. They're.
Hear my roar.
Yeah, dude. Here. I do love Lions, man.
Chad, who's your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is my biceps. I feel like they've been popping.
Let me see.
Let me see him.
Dude, I've never had my biceps
Oh.
pop
dude.
before.
You got
Yeah.
some. Yeah, you got some meat
Yeah,
patties.
looks good.
Yeah, and I just wanted to pay homage to my biceps at
Respect,
the
dude.
moment. Be like, dudes, thank you so much for popping at this moment. And, you know, it may be short lived, but, you
It's
know,
good.
I just wanted to
Give
take notice of this point in time and then try and maintain.
Beautiful self-love, dog.
respect.
Thank you.
Well deserved too.
So actually, my legend of the week. One of my homies from back home is a huge Stoker fan of yours.
Oh, for real?
And he actually wanted me. He wanted to call in when I was
Let's
on
go.
the pod. He's in Greenwich. He was the resident chill guy. Henry Kittle, Surfer Bro, impeccable swag. Let's see if he picks up. But this is, if not, he's my legend of the week.
Yeah, get him close to the mic.
Yeah.
Is he not going to pick up?
He might
dude?
not. He's probably surfing.
Is he surfing? Oh, that's legit. Nice.
Assuming he's surfing
Where
because
does he
that's
surf?
his
Montauk?
chill guy swag everywhere.
10 o'clock in Montauk.
Costa
Night
Rica.
surf.
Oh, dude, yeah.
I think it's San
Surf guy.
Diego.
Yeah.
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging system. 9-1.
That's all right.
That's unfortunate.
Well, next time.
Well, shout out Kittle. You missed your shot, bro.
Kiddo, you're a beast, dude. You
Shout out
threw away your
Kittle.
shot,
You used to
dude.
call him Skittles.
You're not in this.
He does have
out,
good.
dude.
He's got good chill guy hair.
Dude, we should all go see Hamilton together. It's coming back to LA in like a
I've never
couple
seen it.
weeks.
I've
Down.
never seen it.
Dude, it's
Yeah.
really good.
Alexander Hamilton.
I just think Lin-Manuel Miranda's so cheesy.
I think he's such a dork. Every
Yeah.
time he's on camera, I'm like, dude, you only got this because you're a genius, which is, you know.
Yeah.
I was reading Alexander
Yeah.
Hamilton's biography on vacation, and I realized this is a hip hop story.
Yeah. Dude, when I saw
What?
when I saw my version,
This is a classic rap beef.
Oh, my
it's not.
God.
no, he's not. He's not cool, and he's bad as an actor. Like he's a
Really?
beast writer. Oh yeah, because I saw it with someone else first. When I saw the musical, it was someone different, and the dude was a beast. But then when I saw it
With
with
the stand-in?
yeah,
Or
it was
the-
like with his
whatever the,
his
what do they call it?
understudy or
The
whatever.
understudy, yeah.
But then when I saw the Disney filmed version of the original cast, I was like, dude, Lin-Manuel sucks, dude. He's not cool. He doesn't
He's
have a cool
not,
bone in his
yeah.
body.
His Twitter is so cringy, dude. It's like the self-motivating, but like he's like so overly happy. It's like, dude, shut up. Like no one's as
right.
happy.
Yeah.
Well, he probably knows he's outkicked his coverage a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, but let's go see Hamilton. I'm down.
Let's go.
I mean, a night at the theater. We can all dress up, go to a nice
Dude,
little
we'll wear
dinner before.
suits.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
We're all-
We're getting suits next week, remember, for my
Yeah.
wedding.
We're dressing up for Top Gun too. We haven't dressed up for a movie in a while, but we're all getting dressed up for Top Gun.
Can we come with you guys? We don't want to
Hell
spoil
yeah.
the
Yeah.
party.
That's
Hell
why I
yeah.
brought it up, bro.
I love it.
That was my de facto invite. Dude, who's your legend of the week?
My legend of the week is my Uber Eats delivery guy today. I'll pull up his name. I ordered Chick-fil-A for lunch because I needed a little bit of a nice little reward, and I was like on the phone. Melvin, my Uber Eats guy. I was on the phone during when he came up, and I was gonna like be on the phone for a while. I couldn't like get out of the call, and I was like, "Dude, just leave it by the door. It's fine." And I'm sorry, I'm gonna be a while. He waited like for the call to end. I went outside to get it. He was still there. He goes, "I couldn't leave this unprotected for you."
Nice.
Yeah, I was at the door. He's like, "I needed to give this for you. Hand it to you,
Wow.
my Chick-fil-A."
Beast, dude.
He was
That's
just
incredible.
like to serve and protect, dude.
Yeah.
And he knew he lived in a little bit of a dodgy neighborhood. There's people coming around, and he's like, "I'm getting this Chick-fil-A to this guy."
What a good guy.
He was a fucking beast.
I love that.
That's a legend move.
Dude, similar legend for me. It's the
Yeah.
Uber drivers of Las Vegas.
Oh, dude.
Here's the thing about Las Vegas Uber drivers. They're like,
I've seen it all.
but they're in full Vegas mode when they like. I've never been in louder Ubers in my life. One dude was banging a house. The other guy was banging like SoCal, like rock reggae. Both guys, tons of personality. And the first guy especially,
Oh yeah.
just, dude, immediate rapport. You can tell he's intense as fuck. He's from Boston. He's like, "What's up, boys? How we doing? How we doing?" Within 2 minutes, he's like, "You guys like strip clubs?" I don't even like strip clubs, but he's my homie, so I'm like, "Yeah, bro, I love them."
Yeah.
He's like, "Here's the one, Palominos, because you go into Palominos, you see puss, and they got alcohol. All these other fucking places, you're fucking just staring at tits and drinking apple juice. You know what I mean?"
You know where the best ones are? Poland. Poland.
He started telling
That's
us
the
which
best strip
countries
club.
had the best one. He's like,
Scrumptious, bro.
Yeah, he said
Scrumptious.
I would not guess that.
This man is cultured.
Dude, he was the best. He's like
Poland?
He's like,
Ireland.
he's
No, he
like-
said Ireland had the best.
Oh,
strip
right,
club.
right.
Yeah.
Ireland?
He said he
No, he
heard
said
them-
Ireland, and then he said her Poland is. The
He
best.
said, "I heard, yeah, Poland has the best ones." Yeah.
And then he's like, how was COVID last year? He's like, man, it was fucking ridiculous. Man, that was a pain in the dick.
A good way to describe it.
He was amazing.
That's got to be the
Yeah.
Bostonian in him claiming that Ireland and Poland have the best strip clubs in the world.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah.
This is what a woman should look like.
Yeah,
That's true. That's true.
That's a woman I like to see on the pole.
But he's driving like a maniac.
Dude,
too.
both Uber drivers doing like 90, merging into traffic.
We're going like a roundabout.
Yeah. But they were intense. Dude, we asked one dude to turn down the music, and then Chad was like, "Do you have a phone charger?" We asked those two things in like 30 seconds, and the Uber driver goes, "Man, you guys are demanding as fuck."
Dude, that first guy, he was bumping just intense house
Yo,
music.
Kittle's calling back.
Let's go. Bring him on, dude.
All right. Yo,
What up, council?
Oh, dude.
you caught us just in time. We're
Really?
we're sitting
Did I
around
make
it.
it?
Yeah, well, I just named you my legend of the week.
And dude, you're on the pod. You're on live,
Can't believe that
dude.
when I saw
You're
the
on live,
text,
baby.
My heart started racing. Sorry, I missed your call. I'm too stoked for words right now.
Do you have any words prepared, or is this just going to be a quick in and out here?
Well, I don't have any words prepared because I just saw your text message. I missed the call. I wasn't looking at my phone, but just want to say I'm a day one stoker, and I love Chad and JT and the whole squad.
Dude, thank you,
And,
man.
yeah, thanks for thinking of me.
Yeah, they're you probably can't hear them actually.
Dude, I'm moved.
Yeah, they're moved.
Yeah, dude, very
Shit.
stoked.
They're stoked.
Good to
They're-
hear from you.
I think-
Kittle, come out to the West Coast, bro. We're going to go see Hamilton. Let's
yeah,
get it, bro.
You got an open invitation to see Hamilton with us in a couple weeks if you can make it up to LA.
And Top Gun, bring your flight suit.
You go flight suits or tuxes
Let's
for
go.
You can go either way. Yeah.
a little play on the 403.
prep.
Well, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
dude, congrats. Yeah, legend of the week. Well, you're one of 4 legends of the week, but that's still good.
That's great.
Not Rushmore.
Yeah.
It's still a dream come true, for sure.
Well, man, I love you. I'll talk soon.
Love that.
I love you. Love you guys.
So, yeah.
Love you too, man.
Love you too.
Chad, what's your quote of the week?
My quote of the week relates back to the bicep thing. It's from my dad. My dad one day comes up to me. He's like, "Did you see Jason Statham doing pull-ups in Death Race?" I was like, "Yeah." It was awesome,
Full extent. I imagine he goes all the way down.
dude.
Yeah.
He's fucking like this.
Yeah.
They're like in prison. It's awesome, man. I just love the fact that they wrote that in.
Yeah.
Jason Statham doing pull-ups.
Dude, if your actor can do pull-ups, you
Yeah.
got to make time for a shot.
Yeah,
Like Ben
yeah.
Affleck in The Town. And he directed
Dude,
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
He crushes those. Yeah.
That was, he had a little bit of a door gym situation going, as I recall, in the town, like his like kind of room gym.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Remember that was a commercial that I don't forget what that product was called, but they had the greatest ads. Like,
I had one
you
of
got a door, you got a gym. It's just like something that you like put in your
Dude,
doorway.
my boy Joe broke the top of my door off and dropped like 4 feet to his knees. I remember seeing him drop in slow motion like he was in Die Hard. It was the hardest I've ever laughed.
Joe Maurice?
No, Joe Pelazon.
Oh, really?
Landed on his knees and started screaming. Yeah.
So funny,
It was so
dude.
funny. Dude, those things ruin your doors. You can't
Yeah.
use those things all the time. Yeah. Unless you got some towels.
You got a door, you got a gym.
Who's your quote of the week? Or what's your quote of the week, rather?
I always go back to it. Control what you can. I
Yeah.
think it's resonated well with everyone here.
Yeah. I agree.
Hell yeah.
My quote of the week is sort of a quote. It's basically the English national anthem. It's what I've been looking up the lyrics and singing it because I'm so stoked on England playing in the Euro Cup final.
First
on
final
Sunday.
since 1966.
It gets me so happy to think about those English people like looking forward to this for like their entire lives, and they're the most pumped football fans in the world, and they have this moment. So it's either it's coming home, or just God save our noble queen. Long may she reign.
Dude, that's a beautiful
And
bass you got there, dude. Let's go.
I want to be. They show the players arms around each other, and they play the anthem at the beginning of the matches, and they're just singing, and there's like grown men weeping in the stands. Like, I need that emotion. I'm gonna go to a pub on Sunday and watch the.
that sounds
really
fun.
wild.
Match.
That'd be amazing.
Yeah, it's gonna be good.
Check, can you hand me that book real quick? My quote of the week's from this. It's a book about the band The Replacements. And they were wild cards. Like, if they knew like record execs were in the audience, they couldn't help but like throw the concert. They would just make it a mess. That like their SNL appearance never got aired because they were too hammered.
Little Gigi Allen-esque.
Yeah, for sure. But I think
they're just like renegades.
they're kind of self-destructive.
Anti-establishment.
I think they wanted success, but I think they also had like self-esteem issues and came from like problematic backgrounds. But I also think they had a need to be authentic, and it was a mix of things. But they're legends because their songwriting's really sensitive, but then their performances were so like intense. But this is what someone said about their shows. Whether the show is going to be good or bad was almost left up to fate. Their collective energy was a living, breathing thing that they didn't have control over. Maybe sometimes they wish they could control it, but having that kind of control would have taken away the magic. And I think that's why a lot of musicians and artists look up to them, is because they really were like so present with like if the band was hostile, if the crowd was hostile, they would get more hostile than the crowd. Like, they would play really boring ass country
Piss 'em
ballads
off.
just until all these punks who thought they were badass would be like, fuck you, like, you're not punk. But they were being the most punk because they were never doing what anyone wanted. Yeah.
Wow.
And they were always kind of challenging the audience and themselves and stuff. So I know I don't want, I'm not like that, but it fires me up.
It's a good energy to know you could tap into occasionally.
Right. And
And
that's
that's the
someone did
definition
do
of
it.
zig when they zag.
What's that?
Exactly.
Yeah. And it's also like the polar opposite of us. We're the pleasers.
Yeah.
We're
Oh,
like,
I'm sorry about the country
"Yo,
ballads."
are you hostile? What do you want? What do you want?
Yeah, I'm like, what do you need? What do you need? I'll do it for you. Yeah.
I'm the butterscotch stallion. I'll fucking do anything. I'll eat your ass.
Dude,
Just let me lick that butt, dude.
Aaron, can we make our can we make like a ATC podcast network softball team one of like the subdivision teams and call ourselves the Butterscotch Stallions? Get
Hell yeah.
jerseys. I think that's where we debuted them.
Dude, we went to Aaron's softball game last Thursday. It was super fun, dude.
I need to get into
We used to go to our dad's softball games growing up.
Oh, really?
It was a blast. yeah.
Carlson and Carlson.
I want to play
I was cheering loud, huh?
next year.
Is it like beer league too? You drink some beers on the sideline? No, you can't drink any parks in this town. Oh fuck.
It's LA, dude. Regulations out the ass. Right.
Maybe we go South Bay.
Dude.
Hermosa Pros.
Ooh,
That's where we were for the 4th with your college homies. It was really
Yeah.
fun.
Hermosa's
Yeah.
sick.
Hermosa
Hermosa's
Bros.
a beautiful town.
Hermosa, and then Hermosa Bros are just, they're,
Cream of the crop.
yeah.
Just
It's,
love playing volleyball and like.
We
yeah.
played one game. We wanted to play more because my bro and I are big volleyball players.
Oh, nice.
But we had one good game. He didn't suck. That dude was being harsh. He was like, dude, I didn't know Chad was gonna suck at volleyball. and then he was like, he's like, and Chris, my brother Chris, he's like, I didn't think he'd be good at volleyball. And I was
Yeah.
like, first of all, Chad committed 100%, and my brother was second team All Trinity League in football. So shut up. Dude. I was like, don't disrespect my fucking guys, dude.
yeah. I don't know, dude. I fucking suck.
You played good.
No, dude, he got
biceps
me,
were
man.
popping,
No, you
though.
were bad,
That's
dude.
I was more focused on that. I was more focused on presenting the physique than
Presenting the
Nothing hit sand in front of you.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that guy can suck it.
Yeah, I was pissed, dude. When he doubted my brother's athletic bona fides, too.
Yeah.
I went through my brother's whole list of accolades. I was like, 2 sacks against Modern Day, 2005.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Modern
Modern Day plays, too. Yeah.
He was like,
Modern day play.
he came up to me. He came up to me. He's like,
2007.
he came up to me. He's like, all my friends are telling me to stop bothering Chad and JT, but I won't. And I'm like, just get the fuck out.
Well, I was on shrooms, too, so I was like very at peace with like my ego and like I'm just an organism in a scrum called the universe. But like,
Yeah.
I came up to him. I was like, dude, thanks for having me. He's like, dude, when I first heard you guys were coming, I thought you guys were losers. And I was like, I feel like a loser all the time.
He said that?
Yeah, it totally threw me
Really?
off. Yeah.
Why was he? What a fucking I'm gonna beat that guy's ass.
Yeah, he was a good dude. He got a nice
for the next
sunburn.
week?
Yeah.
Beat him next week.
No, I am pissed. Yeah.
Oh, he thought we were.
Yeah, he's like, you guys are like kind of dorks for being here. I was like, dude, I'm having a good time, man. Yeah. I
He
was
said
like,
that guy said that.
Yeah, I was like, I'm at the beach. We're playing
Really?
volleyball. I was like, what else do I need? Yeah. I'm sensitive, though. It's all gravy. Chat, what's your phrase of the week for getting after it?
You guys are dorks. Phrase of the week for getting after it is let's see. Somebody called the butterscotch stallion. Spread them.
Spread that shit.
Phrase of the week for getting after it.
It's like a pump up phrase.
Pump up phrase.
I mean, I have mine.
What's yours, dude?
Phrase of the week for getting after it. Can I just say Zombie Nation, the song?
Yeah.
Dude, when that shit comes on,
Yeah.
I mean, you run through a brick wall.
Let's go. What's your
Mine's I said it last time. If my quote was God, I could think of another too, but if my quote was "God Save the Queen," Larry says, "Come on, England! Come on, England! Yeah. Come on!" Yeah.
That's awesome.
I went out with this girl a couple times recently, but she couldn't get over the fact that I had herpes. But it's all
Is it
love.
herpes on the mouth?
No, the dick one. And then
I got the mouth.
Nice.
Yeah.
So I feel like everyone has herpes on the
How's
mouth.
that
Yeah.
transferred?
Yeah, exactly how you think of it.
Yeah.
No, we complete.
I
each
made a
other.
fake promise to Chad, and I regret it. Yeah, I let him down.
We complete each other, herpes wise.
Yeah. But we were
yin and
watching
yang.
Charisma on Command together. She showed me that YouTube channel, and one of the quotes from the anxiety one was, "Will I care about this in 10 years?" And I realized with almost anything, you won't really give a shit in 10
Right.
years. So that's my phrase of the week for getting after it. Will I care about this in 10 years?
Sick.
Yeah. All right, dudes, that's it, man.
Good
Thank you
shit.
guys for coming on.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, that was
This
so
is
fun, guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm Pumper Hamilton, dude.
Dude, let's go.
Hamilton,
That
the Lions.
fires me up.
Yeah, let's go.
Really?
Top
I got a lot of
Gun.
I'm not like, I hope you guys were
Yeah.
joking. Like, let's fucking do it. Let's
No,
go.
we got a lot on the plate. Let's do it.
Yeah.
When's the
Yeah,
top
with
one?
Lions game, Hamilton.
Lions games, yeah.
Are the Lions coming out here? Are they playing the
they're
Rams this year?
in LA.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's going to be a fun one.
Lions gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
What's that? Yeah, cut it. We're good.
If you need advice,